Well, g'day everyone, and welcome to the channel. And we have Andy from McDowell Manor.
G'day, mate. How you going?
Not too bad, mate. Yourself?
Oh, chipper. Absolutely chipper.
That's good.
I put my best shirt on for you, brother.
I put my Shedwars shirt on.
Oh, well done.
So, how you doing tonight, mate?
I'm good. Hey, Jan Deere is lurking. Garowin's lurking around in the background somewhere.
Yeah, I noticed her lurking down there. G'day, James. How you doing, mate?
There goes the dog.
Yeah, that happens a bit until they settle. Be up and down. I put the link in the chat down on Boddington, and now you're going to want me to find out how to link the thing.
I found it on Facebook.
Yeah. Yeah, Julianne, the link was in the Facebook group. Because I have no idea.
I might be able to paste it.
There we go. Copy the clipboard. All right. It was in the Facebook group. You're a bunch of clowns. I mean, really. There we go.
Yeah, but we're pretty.
Well, some of us are.
I used to say when I was at work, well, you know, it's hard to be smart and pretty. And one of the girls I worked with looked at me and she said, "No, it's not."
Yeah, she's talking about herself, mate, but hey.
Yeah, I know that.
All right. Here comes trouble.
Trouble?
Yeah. Trouble.
Since when have we been trouble?
Since when haven't you been trouble?
Well, fine. Love you too, El Capitan.
Hello.
Hello. How you going, Gerwin?
I'm good, thank you.
Dude. Good on you. Sure. Hey, hang on before we start, Garowin, remember? Shh.
I believe in miracles, but I'm not sure that that's one that I can actually believe in.
There we go. I have the power.
You do. You can mute me. You can mute them too. Oh my goodness, I'm looking a bit grumpy tonight.
There we go. It's a party. Everyone's showing up.
Hey, sweetie. Oh no, we lost down on Boddington Farm.
Where'd they go?
I don't know.
Homemade.
Billy from Wickershire. G'day, mate. How you doing?
Hello, Billy.
Homemade.
Hey, Daisy Gray.
And we have Terry from City Girl Country Heart in the chat. David from Daisy Grace. Ilkaniram. Oh, there we go. Everyone's rocking in. Tammy from Rebel Canners.
Billy wants to know where he's camping. I've got heaps of space. You're more than welcome to camp. I've got 10 acres. I'm sure we could find a spot for you. And
judging by the emojis, that would be Nettie. G'day, Nettie.
Hey, Nettie. Nettie has had a big day, so she may not be able to stay on long. You're back.
Fix it.
You're back, Agent.
Yay.
Yeah, we've had a quiet day.
Well, now you've done it. You said the Q word.
CG in the chat too. You jumping up, mate?
CG.
No.
Well, who's been watching these totals as they roll up?
I've actually put them up on my website. So I've got them up on the website already. Yep. All the ones I found.
Did you have the Northern Hemisphere ones up as well?
I found wild edibles. I
Uh,
did find the other one.
which other one? There's a couple of other ones.
I didn't find tin can gardeners. Mind you, I also didn't look seriously hard either because it's just been a nutty couple of days.
No worries, Silhouette.
I didn't find Terry King's.
Yeah, Terry was doing one.
I remember him doing it, but I just can't because he did his totals on a bit of cardboard.
Yeah. And Nettie, you have never been an outsider.
Exactly. You are definitely not an outsider. You can smack you around if you say you're an outsider, Nettie. You're part of the family.
Alrighty, so here we go. End of the season, folks.
How the hell do you smoke through a face mask?
You got to ask cutting it.
Oh, that's gold.
Very creative, his agent. He can drink through his holes too.
Oh, be careful what you say. Fish can do that, I think.
And we can't even see the chat because agent's gone through. You just put it back up.
Just like you put it up.
YouTube instead of being in StreamYard. So now we don't know what anyone's saying. I said,
I've got the computer running.
With me.
Well, agent, someone actually called you clever. She doesn't know you.
He's not clever.
Yeah, Tammy from Rebel Canners just called him clever.
She's lovely though.
Invented.
So we don't know what anyone's saying about us because agents got us with no chat happening.
Which means you could say anything, guys, and they won't know.
And James, my brother, you are never an outsider anywhere I am.
Hey, J.A.
Hey.
You've been very quiet today, miss.
Oh, I installed a kitchen today and I'm just absolutely exhausted. So, yeah, a little bit tired.
So you did end up installing it?
Yeah, we got all the carcasses and everything, and I gave up getting doors and making them myself. So, it's going to do it. And it was too long a wait to get anything from anyone. So we want to move in. Oh, there's the child. There he is. We want to move in soon. So there was no way we were waiting. Oh, I'm a bit blurry. A couple of months for doors. So, yeah. So a bit tired, and Stephen's been painting all day. So, yeah. So, yeah, I am quiet for the first time ever.
Who would have thought it could happen?
I know, right? So I think I nearly missed our premiere last night too. I think I was sent to the world.
You did a great job with the drone.
I've never flown a drone before, so that was my first, that was the first time I'd flown it. So, yeah.
I noticed
I
noticed the kiss up comment coming in there.
Yes.
If worst comes to worst with your drone, just let it go. Take your fingers off the throttles, and it will just hover.
Yeah. Well, we set it to only able to fly 120 meters too, which was good. So I didn't go too high to start off with. So, and I had return to base as well if it got lost. But yeah, when I wasn't quite sure, let go.
What is yours? Is it a Spark or something?
It's a DJ Mavic Mini 2.
Yeah. Oh, Mavic Mini 2. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a bit bloody flash, you guys.
We haven't
birthday present, Mother's Day present for the last 5 years, I think. So yeah.
We have an interloper entering.
An interloper?
Yes.
Interloper.
Billy Joe from Wickershire Project.
Hey, Billy. Billy can talk too. I'm not the only one that can talk.
Hey, John.
Love Billy to bits.
just as well we're not fussy and let anyone in.
Hey, we've got Willie Grove in the chat. Hey, John.
Yes, we do have John in the chat. We have Julie in the
John.
chat.
Hang
All
on.
right,
Daisy
so
Grace
Billy
is in the
Joe,
chat.
how was your season?
It's 7 a.m. here. I really can't chit chat. I just wanted to pop on.
Yeah, I figured as much, mate. But since you popped into our Shed Wars finale, I just figured I'd ask how your Shed Wars season was.
It is just starting.
It's just starting.
Yeah, obviously.
Well, it is Sunday morning, so
You know I'm going to rile you up if you come in.
Don't break the family.
Don't make me use this.
Oh, you've got a chicken to choke.
No.
Look out, John.
Yeah, I thought it was just John's providence to choke his chicken on camera.
I don't know if Daisy Grays is still here, but I loved their video. I thought it was.
I did too.
Great.
Yes,
Yeah, it was really good.
thumbs up for Daisy Grace.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, totally. Thumbs up for Daisy Grays. Oh, yeah, better do two hands. Thumbs up. Just for John.
I think they're all pretty good. I don't
Oh,
know
they
if
are.
I've yet. I've got a few tagged, but I was watching Luke's as well, and yeah, I really enjoyed that. And Kathy and who else have I seen on? Obviously, El Capitan, Dazzers. So yeah, and Andy, I had a look at yours as well, and so there's a few.
I saw
others,
that. Thanks.
yeah, still got to catch up on a few others as well. So I was furiously trying to get ours uploaded today. So before I, started on the kitchen and trying to
I
get.
want to say sorry for letting the whole team down without totals.
What?
What?
Let everyone down.
No.
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
totals.
it
Yeah, but don't, you do
It was
know.
never- what did I say? What did I say to everyone when I invited you? I said, I do not care what you grow.
Oh,
I
and
don't
you
care
teamed
what
up with a
what it
bunch of
weighs.
dickheads. Didn't you say that too?
Yeah, well, I might have said I'd teamed up with a bunch of dickheads and need help. But
That was
hey,
the second thing.
He sent out a survey to see how big a dickhead we really were before he asked. So yeah.
Yeah, I volunteered. I actually rang you, Darren. Actually, I didn't ring you. I emailed you.
but
Well,
yeah,
Darren was down on his knees and crying and going, "Please start a channel. No one wants to join my Shed Wars, please."
yeah. According to someone whose knife price doubled, but hey. Mhm.
I think you said to us, Darren, do you want to join? And we're like, we don't even have a garden. So yeah,
Well.
we had nothing. So yeah,
A garden
I
and 100
think-
pumpkins went in after that, didn't it?
100 pumpkins went in. So and we
Wow.
didn't probably harvested 4 or 5 of them. So yeah, the rest of them are still out there.
We didn't get many pumpkins. I think I need to plant more next year.
No, you need. Oh, you're being sarcastic, are you?
Yes.
We
I
just
was
need
going to
some
say,
soil.
if they don't grow well, you need to get engaged in pumpkin sex.
Yes, we made babies, so But
Oh, good work.
I made a video on
Good work.
that.
yeah, but no. Well, look, we've got 20 acres, so we should be able to, grow 100 this this time next year.
Well, you've got room for them.
I think the Portuguese man of war needs to consider we should have a prize for the poor bastard that grows the least produce.
Well, I just want to say thank God for our beef, because that's all I'm saying. So,
No, look, I mean, like you guys, you sent me photos of your pumpkins and putting them on the scales. And you done pretty well.
yeah,
I
yeah.
want to know from Jellyfish why he only recognises certain peoples on his chat. on a live because he's only said hello to one person. Mr. Jellyfish.
Yeah.
Mr. Jellyfish, why don't you acknowledge everyone in the chat on the live?
He did say nice to see you all,
Yes.
but
And
then he has said hi, Terry, specifically.
Yes,
He
he
must
did.
like Terry.
Hey, Paula, how
Terry's
you
her
doing?
favourite.
Hello,
Hi,
Paula.
I've got a moderator in the house.
That's always
Has
helpful.
anyone advised him that his septic
So-
tank?
No, don't.
What?
Can I show you something?
Yes, John.
Yeah.
So, see this?
Oh,
Pumpkins, they're awesome.
you've got a lovely pair.
Well, see this one.
I
This was
love
Harrison's, and he grew for 6 months in the really bad soil. And this is the one that was not in the bad soil, and that's what, 2 months? 3 months old. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's the effect of that residual herbicide.
so 6 months old.
Wow.
So
That's interesting.
yeah, jeez. And that one's too big to put on the scales, so we had no idea. Jeez, it's heavy.
Yeah, I have
You
that
can
trouble
always
too.
jump on the human scales. If you weigh you and then jump on the scales again with you and the pumpkin.
That one. I'll be back.
It'll just say, get off.
Get off, fat ass.
Hey, now I see we've got Citizen Guardian in there. I just got to quickly put the camera on something for CG.
Here we go. It's the miniatures.
We got to see the miniatures.
Yeah. We're all set up.
Can you hold one up?
That's his paint collection. My Lord.
That's just some of my paints.
I think Billy likes it.
These are our rejects.
Oh, is that Warhammer?
Yeah,
Is that looks like a high elf?
that's correct. Oh, well done, Andy. Mate.
I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know anything about that, but you want to see my garage?
Our reject.
Darren, you're outnumbered now, mate.
I had every 40k army that existed, every fantasy army that existed, and in the old days they had a tiny little range called Epic. I had all of them as well.
Awesome.
Oh, hang on. Billy's off to go get something.
Oh no.
I had a
He's going to flash.
Is he going to get a pumpkin as well, or is he going to get a
No,
miniature
he's-
figurine?
Yeah,
I'm
he's
thinking
going to
it's a
flash his
miniature
miniature. Yeah.
Mm.
I prefer the
So
pumpkin.
it's-
I think the pumpkins fit more into Shed Wars than the miniature figurines.
No, that's not true. Here we go.
Garden gnomes, baby.
He's going to drop out his miniature.
I
Hi, Wild.
Oh, dice.
He's a D&D player like me.
I was
Oh,
going to say
Lord.
that's D&D
We've got
bloody
the closet
dice.
D&Ds in here. They're
I
not the
got a
closet.
shitload of them.
Hey, John's in the basement. Willie
Darren
Crow's
is
in the basement. We might need
All
to
right. Billy,
You want me to drop
been nice
out?
having you here, mate.
bye, Billy.
Bye-bye.
Oh, look at that. Isn't that lovely?
Perfect.
yeah.
Give me a puppy.
Jeez, it's a
Billy, take
wombat.
yourself out.
Who's got the wombat?
There we go.
Hello. Good morning.
Boy.
Hey, Jennifer.
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
It's the
Good morning,
Portuguese
mate.
pointer. Somewhere. Where is he?
Well, it's actually nighttime for you guys. You guys are having a blast.
Yeah, mate.
You guys did
We should have a drink.
all of you. Why are you pointing the finger at me? Come on. Well, no, for you guys.
Portuguese pointer.
For me, it's coffee. It's 7:30 a.m.
It's coffee for me
It's
too.
never-
Huh?
Yeah, you bloody wimp. It's never too early to start.
I got water.
Andy, it's yeah. Now that Shedwars is over, you're gonna start blabbing, are you?
Yep.
Yeah.
And you can
I
now-
figured,
you can
Andy.
now- You can now officially call me Andy Roo.
Andy Roo. Okay.
Not the Randy Roo.
What
definitely not.
What about this Andy over here? Oh, I'm sorry. He doesn't like Andy. Ooh, I'm sorry.
Now he's agent.
Yeah,
That's
you're not
right.
allowed to say. You're not allowed to say his name. Otherwise, an FBI team turns up at your house.
Exactly.
But you, hey, guys, I just wanted to come up and congratulate all of you. You guys did a fantastic job. You know, everybody, and I appreciate it. Darren, you know, thank you. I appreciate the support that keeping everybody in check, so called. But everybody did a fan. Is there something funny in Agent?
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
It's not too late for me to deduct 10 pounds out of you.
Mate, I've seen his pictures. He could do with 10 pounds less.
Yeah, that's why I'm being easy on him, because if I take 10 pounds, that leaves him maybe 5.
Can you take 20 off me? Because my lord, the camera adds it.
No, you guys all did a fantastic job. You were all entertaining. And just know, just because your season's over, we're still going to keep following and participating and watching. So, or at least I'm speaking for myself.
Jellyfish, you actually going to call for volunteers from down under to help you guys, seeing as some of us are actually just hitting our growing season.
We're working on that.
Yeah, we're going into our growing season.
I mean, Garowin, Garowin, she would probably know something about that. Yeah, Garowin, yeah.
Potentially.
Don't think that emails, like I said, in the community, I have eyeballs everywhere.
Absolutely.
And emails do get back to me, Garowin.
They do.
Yeah, they do.
I'm innocent.
Yeah. Okay. You're
Although
innocent.
some people cheat too.
Yeah.
When they're supposed to wait for volunteers and they go drafting.
Huh.
Before the end of the season, even.
That's interesting.
Garowin, I'm telling you, you're sneaky.
I'm in trouble.
Yeah, she's sneaky. Yeah.
No. This Garowin here. No, actually, him over there. Him.
That would be Andy.
Yeah, Andy. Yeah.
Why am I sneaky?
What's he done?
He's good. We like Andy.
No,
Andy's got good Madagascar beans.
It's what Garowin has been behind the scenes pulling some stunts and thinking that I'm not going to know about it. But like I said, in the community, I am watching everyone and everything. And Garowin, all the emails do get back to me.
Okay. Emails, hey? Sneaky emails.
She's sneaky.
I hope she didn't put the hard word on you.
I'm sorry, Garowin, that I
need
put
to
you
put a
on the
halo
spot.
over my head.
I'm sorry that I put you on the spot, but if you've noticed, I don't care about putting people on the spot.
Oh no, I know.
Oh, okay. So now everybody knows that you've been being sneaky.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been behind the scenes being sneaky myself.
Good to know. Although we have no doubt of that. You're always sneaky.
Hey.
That's part of being a Portuguese man of war.
I'm just looking for the best interest of my team.
You're floating
That's an
along.
important thing to do.
Little jellyfish.
Hey, and by the way, did you guys know that did you guys actually know that a Portuguese man of war is actually not a jellyfish?
Yes, I did.
Jellyfish.
It's a shyafin. The shyafin?
Right. It's actually not a jellyfish. So everyone keeps saying that I'm a jellyfish when a Portuguese man of war is actually not a jellyfish.
But in Australia, it's called a blue bottle.
In Australia, who the
it's a
hell
blue
knows
bottle.
what you guys call it down there?
It's a blue bottle, which we call a jellyfish.
But it's not a jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
But it is a blue bottle.
But it's not a
You're right.
jellyfish.
No,
Yes,
It's
it
a
is.
jellyfish. A blue bottle is a jellyfish.
a blue
But a
bottle is called a
Portuguese man of war
jellyfish.
is not a blue bottle.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I'm
It's a
actually
That's
about to
okay,
put a
mate.
video
I
out on
don't
that
call you a
one.
jellyfish.
And I call you Portuguese pointer. So
I call you Portuguese man of words.
I thought it was Portuguese man of small peppers.
Well, that too.
Hey, Darren, by the way, the challenge, Gladiator number 5, is let's see who can grow the biggest challenge. And the Southern Hemisphere, I added you guys. You're more than
Yeah.
welcome to keep trying. If you guys think that all of you kangaroos can grow a bigger pepper than me, the challenge is still available to you guys, even in your wintertime.
I'm
Mate,
about to plant the seed.
the weird text messages you get from your friends. Let's talk about your pepper. I got some weird friends.
John, are we using male measurements or female measurements?
What?
Yeah. Well, don't you know,
You've got to
John?
put the tape measure on it. It's female, mate.
This is not 6 inches.
That's
all
not
right?
6 inches.
No, it's 12.
No,
It's 12 inches.
this finger right here that points at all of you,
It's
this
2
finger it's 3 inches. Every single
No,
one
no,
of these
no,
little nodes.
No.
See, that's 1 inch,
2 inches.
2 inch,
You do
3
have
inch.
big hands. I would like to see that next to a tape measure, but you do have large hands.
Yes, I do. My hands are massive. I'll show it to
Hey,
you right
residents.
here. Look, I'll
Especially
show
with
it.
little seeds.
A little
I'll
pepper.
show it to you.
You got a little pepper.
Look, 3 inches
Big
right
hands
there.
mean
Do you
little
see that?
pepper.
Can you see that 3 inches right there? Look at my finger.
Wow.
Big hands mean little pepper.
My finger is exactly 3 inches long. Look at it.
America's so behind the times. We got rid of those imperial measurements in 1964.
Well, that's
See,
that's
you can
that's
hear 'em.
that that's the problem. Is you got rid of them.
Hi, residents.
You guys should have kept them.
Best thing we ever did. Get rid of them.
Well, mate,
I'm
I find it funny that a country that absolutely hates the British and all they stand for is the only country in the world still using the British system of measurement.
Who says that?
He
Who
said
says
it.
Who
That's
says-
exactly the truth.
It is the truth.
Imperial measurement.
I
Yeah.
absolutely love everyone in the world. So I don't. That's not coming from me.
4th of July,
Morning,
you get
Ryan, Chris.
so many Facebook posts about the English and that sort of thing. I have a lot of American friends.
I know you do.
By
And
the way,
look, I was born in
the-
Portugal. I was born in Portugal. I was not born in the United States.
What town?
John,
Doesn't work.
Gerwin,
Bibby, talk.
for all those in the chat, we are actually reading what you're saying, and we appreciate you being here in the chat. I just got to shut up everyone else on the panel.
That's why I said hello to residents. And
What
Elsa,
town? What town?
hello.
I'm saying hello to people. Don't worry about it.
What
So
town were
nice
you
to
born
morning
in, John?
chats.
I can't see it on the chat that you're saying it. There's only a few of us.
I don't need to say it on the chat if I say it with my voice.
That's
Or if you
right,
wait.
exactly. And it's no, it's hard. I mean, I do the lives and I get 40 people, and it's like I can't keep up with the chat, and you know, it's hard. It is hard.
You wish.
Is it?
Yeah, Andy, it's hard.
You bragger.
Well, it's not right. Like before I came on, who was it that was saying that I don't say hello to people in the chat and all that stuff? I always say hello.
No, you
What
don't.
was it? Was it Bibby? Was it you?
It
I
was
always-
me. You-
I
hello.
always try to do the best that I can and say hello, hello, hello.
Hey, Rusty Prepper.
And you know, and the thing is you know, like when we jump from chat to chat to chat, it's like after this live, if I go on to another live and the same people are there, it's like spend another 20 minutes. Hello, 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 hello. So I just like to say hello, everyone, hello everyone. Look,
See,
the Rusty
What?
Pepper is here. Hi, Rusty Pepper. How are
and
you?
the other thing is, I've got Paula in the chat to keep people entertained. She will
Yes.
dance and do a little show if she needs to.
Paula Wells.
Paula's
Yes.
awesome. Paula is awesome.
Yes, she is. Everybody is great. But as a guest on this panel, it's not my job to be looking at the comment section.
Hi, my Aussie garden. Oh, Daz and kitchen.
Cop out.
Hey,
Cop out.
Hey,
G'day, Naz.
Feather and
It's
Down
Lucky
is in the house.
Luke.
Lucky Luke.
is in the chat.
Hey, Luke.
Lucky Luke, how you doing, mate? Did you want to hop up at all?
If
Lucky
Luke
Lucky
wants to
Luke.
hop up, we'll,
If I can drop out for a while.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Someone can drop
I was going
down
to say,
if
who
Luke
do we
wants
need
to
to
hop up.
cycle out?
You want me to drop down?
No, mate, you
Well,
stay there.
It's up to you, mate. It's up to Luke whether he wants to jump in or not. There you go, Andy's-
Lucky Luke did an awesome job in Shed Wars. I must say he did.
Yeah,
Let's hope that Kiwi internet's behaving itself.
he'll
Yes.
actually wait in.
Mike
Is
the
Resonance,
Caveman.
does Resonance want to come up or Daisy Grace?
Residents can't come up.
Can't come up?
They've got
No.
Yeah,
Kiwi.
they've got children issue.
See,
Oh.
I'm reading comments.
Oh, did I miss that one?
See, I do
It takes two.
read the
It
chat.
takes two. Stephen's doing this and I'm reading this.
I think I was looking for the Portuguese man of war information at that point.
Morning,
What
Tony.
what information?
The siphonophore.
The what?
Hey, Welsh folk.
Portuguese man of war
Welsh,
is actually a siphonophore.
Yes, it's not a jellyfish.
Right.
Thank you for clarifying that. Thank you.
So it's an enemy.
In Australia, it is also called a blue bottle, which Australians call a jellyfish.
But what you see, but this
Although
is
we
the
can find the whole jellyfish
issue.
thing.
But
Oh.
this is the issue.
All right,
As you
Would you
Australian,
be happy if people just call you an enemy? Because they are members of the siphonophore family.
this is the issue. As you Australians, all you kangaroos, you want to adapt. You want to use the English language, and you want to make it whatever it is that you want to say. It is like a chook. A chook. It's a damn chicken.
It's
A chook.
Sure.
For crying out loud, it's a chicken.
All right, hands up. Who thinks it's a chook?
chook.
Especially if it's cooked. If it's cooked,
Absolutely, it's a
Oh, there you
cooked chook.
go. You're outvoted, mate. It's
If it's a chicken
definitely
and
a
it's
chook.
cooked, it's a chook, cooked chook.
Oh, and yes,
And-
wasn't it the two of you that decided you're gonna do? You did a lesson on the whatever the names were. It was the two of you, wasn't it?
Hey, look, even
I think that was Silhouette. That was Nettie. Yeah.
Hey, thumbs up, Davey. How you doing? Thumbs up, Davey.
Daddy says it's
Oh, it's a chook.
Thumbs
It's a
up.
chook.
a chook. Thumbs
I'm
up, baby.
Thumbs
I'm
up,
all
Davey.
good, guys.
Right there.
The
John,
just
the chat's just going wild, mate. It's a chook.
It's
It's
a
It's
chook.
not a chook.
Chook.
Even Wild Edible says it's a chook.
And she's in Canada.
Wow,
Yep.
that'll be. Of course, everybody's gonna go against me. Where is it in the dictionary? Where is it in the dictionary? The English dictionary.
Webster's Australian Dictionary.
yes.
Look it up.
Oh, Australian dictionary. Oh.
It is a
in the
published
Australian
dictionary.
it's in the Aussie Inconcise Dictionary.
The Aussie Inconcise.
So what you're telling me is that there's two different versions of the English language.
Yes.
Yes.
There's
more
multiple
than
different versions of the English language.
Well, I
When
speak
you
mine.
when you hop
I
on your
speak
computer,
mine. You guys speak yours. Mine is called a chicken.
when you hop
I
on
think
your
the
computer,
English
you need to
speak
select which English language you are speaking.
I'm speaking
You also
the
call it
English
English.
language I was taught.
You speak English language American.
What's
Yes.
an emu?
You
What's an emu? You guys can't pronounce emu.
An igloo?
An emu.
A what?
Emu.
Emu.
Emu?
Emu.
How the hell do I know?
Emu. It's a giant chook.
It's a giant chook.
An emu?
It's a bush chook.
It's
That's how you say it.
It's
I don't know. I call it a big chicken.
Well, you're right, John. It is Australia's native chicken.
It's a big
bush.
It's a big chicken.
That's
It's not an emu.
The
It's not an emu.
native chicken.
And I just want to clarify something too as well that I saw on the telly just before. It's a pergola, not a pergola. It's a pergola.
Yeah.
And it's aluminium, not aluminum.
It's aluminum.
Oregano.
It's aluminium.
Oregano.
Aluminium. It's aluminum.
Aluminium.
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 You're
It's
outnumbered,
aluminum.
John.
If you were in the, and Darren can attest to this. If you were in the United States and you came to me and you asked me at a grocery store, where can I find the aluminium? I'd look at you like you're an idiot. Like, what the hell is aluminium?
Yeah, that's because they've been through the.
Where's
That's
the
been,
aluminum? We'd go,
If you ain't-
yeah.
Aluminium. If you ask
That's
me,
because
hey,
they've
where
been
can I
through the
find the
US
aluminum?
educational
The
system.
aluminum foil, I'd say aisle 5. Aluminium. Is that a highway or a city or some shit? Aluminium.
And how do you get there, John?
But-
Do you get there in a vehicle or a vehicle?
A vehicle.
It's a
vehicle.
It's a vehicle.
Vehicle or vehicle?
It's a vehicle.
And you've got to,
Yeah, John says it right.
It's a Nissan.
A lot
by
of
all
Americans say
means,
it
not a
different though.
Nissan.
Yeah,
car.
you're right, Dave. John actually does say it right.
Yeah, it's a vehicle.
Congratulations, John.
Yeah. What's a Nissan? A Nissan.
A
Hey
what?
guys, can I not
Nissan.
hijack this for a second? Can
All right.
we just
hang on,
jump
guys.
onto a bit of Shed Wars stuff? And
Certainly can.
well, a couple of things are very hard to get a word in with you,
Where are you?
bananas. That's part of it. I'm actually out the front of my CFA because my internet at home's that bad. I had to jump in the car and come down to the brigade, and I'm pinching their Wi-Fi. But the second thing, quickly, Sweeney's ring me. I'm not only a joiner, I actually own a cabinet making business. If you guys need doors, ring me, contact me. Anything you need. Second, not last thing, but the next thing I wanted to say was, all right, can we go around this little roomy thing here? What's one thing that you guys took from another video in some Southern Hemisphere? One of the tips. What's the best tip you guys got? Darren, hit us up.
Oh, thanks, mate. Yeah, start with me.
No pressure.
For me, it's
First.
Gandera's aquaponics. Gerwin's aquaponics. Something I've never done.
Yep.
I've spent a long time growing gardens, but I've never once done aquaponics. So watching someone run an aquaponics system for me was a huge thing.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
You liked it.
Can I go next?
Whoever. I just pull the pin on the grenade and walk away.
No, you've already set up your answer if you're asking that question, though.
I seriously haven't. I'm actually packing it now, trying to think of something that I heard.
All right, Dave, you're next, mate.
I'm
What
like,
did you
I
learn?
learned so many things.
All right. Cheers. Good chat.
Sweetie
Nah,
Creek wanted
and
to go
probably-
next, so let
And
Sweetie
it
Creek
actually
go.
be from Dana with all of her spuds. She was not parboiling. She was frying off when she made chips, then putting them in the freezer, and that's how she was storing them. And then she'd double fry them again the next time.
Yep.
So that's quite helpful because we love our spuds, but you sometimes get too many for the short period. So it's just another way of keeping them. So I reckon that was probably pretty good for me.
Before
Billy's
Julianne,
infatuated with my aquaponics.
before Julianne goes through the tip, I'd just like to say that on Anzac Day, where we remember the diggers and the havoc they cause behind the lines over in the Western Front, to see you where you've got no internet and say your solution is to go flog it from somewhere else.
So Australian.
I think that's just so Anzac, mate. I love it.
I think the CFA get enough blood out of me. They probably get about 20 hours a week worth of free labour from me. So I reckon they owe me some internet.
think one that I didn't learn as a great deal, but I loved Resident's foraging one. It was just amazing the amount of food. So they could just like walk along the road and there'd be all this food and everything like that, and you just don't consider it in like salt bush and all that. So Jess and Andy, I loved that one and just learnt a lot of stuff and was amazed at the knowledge of going up to a plant and knowing that you can eat that without killing yourself. So
that would be helpful, wouldn't it?
Yeah, look, I really like that one too, and it also highlighted the fact that there's a whole raft of knowledge there with our First Nations people that we really haven't tapped into, with the knowledge of the plants available.
Yeah, and Josh has brought out a lot of that, hasn't he? With sharing a lot of the things that he's learnt from our First Nations people.
Yeah.
Especially with, I think it was one of the videos that he was showing us how to check if a food was poisonous. That was really interesting.
I mean, Josh's video, I learned that you can't fight nature either. So,
yes, that is
when
true.
there's a cyclone coming, it doesn't matter how much you're prepared, it'll take what it
Tinker
wants.
Gardeners in the house. Mate, just a quick question for you. Have you put up a final weight video for Southern Hemisphere? And let's go on. Bomber, you can't piggyback off Julianne's answer. That's cheating.
Oh, that's our channel. That's our channel's answer.
No. You have your own mind.
I know what one he learnt so much from. It's on, I think it was on Sweeney's Creek Farm on how to actually, propagate pumpkins.
All right. Luke is going to jump up. So do we have someone who's willing to step down for a bit?
We'll drop off for a bit.
All right, cool.
Darren, I don't think the Tin Head has put up a total weight video yet.
I know Wild Edibles did. She put up a final weight for
She did.
Southern Hemisphere. And I seem to recall Terry King doing one as well, but I haven't found it. But that's me not finding it. Okay, so what I learnt, there is so many things that I've learnt over this season. I can't actually even bring them all to mind. I have learnt heaps from Bibby and Agent on prepping side of stuff, including getting a first aid kit that they suggested from Aldi, and a few other things too, actually. But yeah, everyone has just taught me so much. And I probably shouldn't admit this, but I learnt that a paprika was actually a pepper.
Yes.
I know it's sad that I didn't know that, but I did not know that a paprika was a pepper. Now I know. Thank you, Darren, for letting me know this. I appreciate your educating me.
One of the great tips that I did learn from the Southern Hemisphere was actually Julia from 254 Nature Growers. She is absolutely amazing at what she does, right to the point. And it was her onion video. The way she cures the onions, stores the onions, and all that stuff. So Julia, 254 Nature Growers, I learned something about the way you store the onions, and I'm going to be doing it that way because I did it a little bit different. I've been doing it a little bit different, but I am going to try the way that you showed how to do it. I thought that was great.
Yeah, I just loved her passion.
Tammy, send me an email. Sorry to cut in. Tammy, send me an email.
Hey, Luke. Lucky Luke. How are you?
Hey, Johnny boy. Very good.
All right. Agent, what did you learn, mate? And then we'll get to Lukey.
For me, I say it was a bit of a broader learning of the Three Sisters type of gardening stuff. From that right there, I got an insight into aquaponics that I'd never had before. And from the jellyfish down here who's quietly dying, I learned never to touch uncooked snot rocks.
What the hell is a snot rock?
An oyster.
Oyster.
Oh. I didn't know either, John, if that makes you feel any better. But I didn't know what a paprika was either.
A snot rock.
Hey, citizen.
All right. Lukey, g'day, mate. How you doing?
You're not bad.
I know.
mate.
I can tell you right off the bat what Lucky Luke learned is never ever point the finger at the Portuguese man of war.
He finished his video by everyone pointing their finger at you. So hey,
He's awesome. He did a great job.
Point.
Point.
all right, Luke. Thank you so much for staying up late to hang out with us, man.
It's all good, man.
Hey, Lucky Luke.
Hey, Lucky Luke. You're awesome. It has been so great to watch you with all your gardening. It's been amazing.
He does have an amazing garden. I was taken back by the production that he actually put out. That was amazing.
Luke doesn't weigh by the kilos; it's by the ton.
Yeah, it actually ended up being.
You're stealing that message off me.
It ended up being over a ton. That's right, over a ton. Luke put out. Yeah.
Did
And I
you see
thought 500
video,
kilos was
John?
a lot.
What's that?
Did you see right at the end of that video what a kiwi was?
I saw it. I when I watched the video, I watched all the way through. I did see, yes. Your kilos was
No, the kiwi.
The bird.
oh, the kiwi. Yes, the kiwi.
Yes, all the kids saying this is a kiwi.
A kiwi, yeah. Stupid, useless bird.
It's pretty
Video
big.
Country Heart is asking how much weight Luke actually pulled in.
800 and something.
It was over 2,000 pounds.
Luke, how many?
Weren't you, Luke?
Yeah, 1115 kilo.
Oh, that's right, 1115.
Yeah, it's over
Who am I
2,000
thinking?
pounds. Yeah.
I'm thinking of Homestead Oz was 874.
So, Luke,
Yeah.
what was the best thing you learned from somebody else's videos over this Shed Wars?
Well, someone else's video.
Yeah. And it better be one of mine, Luke, or I'm coming for you.
It's a hard question because so many people put out so many great tips. It's hard. The one that sticks on my mind is when I saw 254 Nature Grows doing that with the onions. I texted Robert and I said that video is an awesome Shed Wars video. It's straight to the point, and it actually made me want to do it that way. But that finger? That's like a 2-inch little finger. Yeah, you want to compare fingers with me?
They look the same size on camera.
Yeah, that's true. Okay,
There you
Luke,
go.
I'm
Sweeney's
sorry.
has got a tip. Don't buy dodgy soil.
Yeah.
That's a good tip from Sweeney.
I want to see someone grow the Three Sisters successfully because I've tried twice now. It hasn't happened.
Yeah,
Your
I
Three
see a
Sisters
lot of
experiment was
people talk
interesting.
about Three Sisters, but not a lot of successful demonstrations of it.
I'm actually going to plant a raised garden bed with the Three Sisters method this year.
It'll be interesting to watch how you go with it, especially after Luke's.
I've grown it in the past, and I had like 50% success where the failure was the beans, because once the squash started taking over, it basically suffocated the beans. And I think as I planted the beans a little bit too late.
Yeah, from what I've heard, you've got to stage the plantings. You've got to get that corn in first so it gets some height.
And then the beans.
And then the beans. And then the pumpkins.
The squash. Yes. And then the squash. Because once the squash gets going, it'll suffocate everything.
It's a pumpkin.
So Wild Edible says she did okay with the Three Sisters, but the raccoon took out all the corn.
And it tooks.
Yes.
Yeah, the rats took all mine.
And City Girl Country Heart says she's doing the Three Sisters there.
There you go.
Awesome, Terry.
Would the Three Sisters not be affected too by the season you're having? So depending on what type of
Probably.
season you've got, whether everything's growing in sync. So you sort of tossing the dice.
They're all summer lovers.
Yeah, they're all like the corn loves the summer. The beans, they love the summer, and squash. But the squash, the thing with the squash might not like the heat so much, but the squash are always pumpkins. Some people grow pumpkins. I grow squash. They're shaded by the corn, so they don't get scorched as much. So,
but the corn is a very thirsty plant.
The first thing you plant is the corn. Absolutely.
It's very thirsty though. It needs a lot of water.
Yes, it does. A lot of water and nitrogen. Corn is in the grass family. You need to give corn nitrogen. Corn doesn't care about phosphorus and none of that stuff. It wants is nitrogen. So it can. I mean, I grow corn. Last year, I grew corn. It was like 18 feet tall. And I had to climb 6-foot ladders to get at the husks.
That is very tall corn.
It was.
That's
No, I have it on video. If you guys don't believe me, you can check out my videos. I have my corn on video where I'm climbing a 6-foot ladder to actually go and harvest the corn. It's on video.
18 foot.
Yeah.
All right. What's 18 foot in our money?
18 foot? I have no idea. I don't use your system.
6 meters?
6 meters.
Is that about 6 meters, Darren?
Darren.
Yeah, a little short of
meters.
6 meters.
Yeah, he can help me out because he's lived in the States and he knows the footage to the
I
meter.
visited the States.
That's
Oh.
nearly a
John.
2-story house.
John, can you put that video on your community tab so that we can see it?
Sure, I can do that.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Oh, one other thing that I have learnt from Shed Wars, and probably the biggest thing, is community is awesome.
Yes.
And I love coming on these live chats and getting to know everybody and just getting to meet everybody and having this community. It's been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it's all about support, supporting one another. And, some people are like, well, you don't watch my videos. And it's like, it's not a matter of, I do watch the videos. A lot of us watch the videos. I watch so many videos. I don't leave a comment in every single one of the videos I watch, but I watch thousands of videos from the community.
John?
I leave a thumbs up, always.
Okay.
I always leave a thumbs up.
You never watch our videos then. Got that?
I've watched plenty of your videos.
Well, you never gave us a thumbs up.
How the hell do you know if I didn't leave you a thumbs up? You're accusing me of, how do you know I didn't leave you a thumbs up? Maybe she didn't leave you a thumbs up.
Thumbs up, don't leave it alone.
Because I never get thumbs up on the videos.
Well, so that's my fault? So you're accusing me?
If you get no thumbs up, then obviously you haven't watched if you give a thumbs up.
I give a thumbs up sometimes, but I just don't have a comment to add to the video.
Whatever.
But she says there's no thumbs up. So if there's no thumbs up, then you haven't been on there.
All good, Lukey.
That doesn't make any sense because a lot of my videos, I get, 1,000 views and I get 30 thumbs up. So what does that mean? That 1,000 people didn't watch it?
No,
Okay.
but you're saying if
not go in there and yeah. Okay, got it. All good.
Look, sometimes it's hard. You watch a video and you go, it was a good video. I've got no questions and nothing to say. So you know what I mean? So you can, sometimes you find yourself going, I better write something, and you come out with some weird stalker sounding message, and it's like, oh wow, you've got really nice hands, and all of a sudden you think, oh well, I'm going to get arrested.
In what world is you've got really nice hands and non-stalker?
I mean, and Bibby, And baby, for my defense, and also you, and baby, for my defense, is I think I've seen you leave a comment maybe twice on my videos, and you probably once.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean, but I'm not accusing you of not watching my videos, am I?
No,
So-
definitely not.
So, baby,
Commented on quite a few of your videos, Jellyfish.
maybe like 2 or 3, but
No.
I'm not accusing you of not watching my videos.
I've actually left comments on quite a few of yours, Jellyfish.
This is Shed Wars, right? Not just
Yeah, it's not just beat up John.
It's just Big John up.
Now, Bomber Steve, he leaves comments on my videos.
Try to. I try
Because
to.
I read every single comment on my videos.
It must be.
You don't always reply to them.
I don't always reply. No, I don't reply to every single person. I mean, no, I don't.
But you do put a heart on it though. So
Yes, I do give a heart.
And so,
Yeah.
and John's at the stage where he's getting enough watches and that sort of thing that it would be a lot of work to comment back.
It is a lot of work to, you get 60 comments and it's like, it's like, oh, great video. Oh, okay. I give it a heart instead of, oh, thank you for watching. Before you know it, I spend hours and hours and hours just keeping
and then
up
you
with
can't
that.
make any videos.
I give it a heart.
I'm getting to the stage where it's a lot of work commenting back on everyone's comment, especially trying to come up with something original.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Instead of just clicking the, I give the heart. If it's a specific question, like, hey, how do I do this? Then I will read it. I'll take the time to reply. Boom.
And if everyone's making the same comments about it and you're responding with the same thing, they're just thinking that you're cutting and pasting and just saying the same thing to everyone's comments. So,
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And like my breakup video, for want of a better word, I got a massive amount of comments on that. And it took me a long time to go through and comment back because otherwise they were just all going to be the same comment.
Yeah, it's all going to be the same thing. Exactly.
Yeah, but like from the watcher's point of view, like on that one there, Darren, I didn't write anything because everything that could have been written had been written 600 times. So that's what I was saying before with John. You watch a video. There's sometimes no point in commenting because you're just making up the same twang that the other bloke said. Like, you know.
Well, that's right, and that's what I was telling Bibi. Is some my videos might get 300 views, and I only have 30 comments. That doesn't mean I don't expect 300 comments because, and I appreciate the fact that I don't have 300 comments. Imagine trying to answer that. It's like, okay, I got the views, people watched it, some left a comment, some didn't. Some click the like, some click the dislike. I'm okay with that.
But that's what the
Petway Family Farmstead has said you can always say good video or enjoyed it, thanks.
Yeah, but like you were saying before, if someone says something that I was going to say, I will give their comment the thumbs up because I agree with them. I'm not going to retype what they've said. I'm just going to like the video and then I'm going to like their comment. So.
And if I've gone into
you
a
can
video,
always type reply, totally agree.
if I've gone into a video,
I'd probably go with commenting because I know that helps the algorithm.
Jeremy.
So, sorry.
if I go in with a comment and then the owner of that video comes back and hearts it, that's more than enough for me because I know that they've seen the comment, they've acknowledged it, they like it. That's fine. Move on. That's a simple way of just giving feedback to the people.
Yes, that's acknowledgement. I acknowledge that's acknowledgement that hey, we saw your comment, we read it, or I read it, and I give you a heart and a thumbs up, and
I love how wild edibles does stuff.
Yeah,
I admit freely, I don't spend a massive amount of time watching videos. I mean, I have a bunch of channels that I subscribe to chances are, if you've got a live going, I'm going to jump in and talk to you. Dave, you need to give it up, mate.
Yeah, I keep forgetting I'm on that microphone too. This is I'm a virgin here, guys. This is the first time I've done this, so be gentle.
Yeah, you gotta mute the mic.
This is the wrong crowd for that comment. This is so the wrong crowd.
I'm glad he turned the camera off.
Yeah, I was about to say. He's in a car. Is he in the back seat?
In a van.
Oh,
not a shame.
Boiled lollies and all.
PG, folks. Granddaughter watches channel.
Oh, sorry.
So, Darren, just to get this back to some Shed Wars stuff.
Yeah, mate.
I'm going to ask yourself, because you're in a local climate to me. My capsicums probably came in a little bit too late. And how am I going to overwinter these bad boys? Because I've got some good fruit on them, but they're just not going to keep going. So what's your advice for Melbourne?
You're going to frost out, mate. You're higher elevation than me.
Yeah.
So chances are you're going to have to greenhouse type protection.
So you're going to just pop round, build one of them and replant them for me?
Yeah, I know someone who's a cabinet maker who could probably knock a frame up.
But so you reckon, do I transplant them and maybe get them up under the eaves of the house? Or
yeah, if you want to put them into a pot, then you can move them out. But otherwise, greenhouse them in place. It just depends how cold you get up in the hills there, because you are up in the hills, so it does get a lot colder than it does for me down here.
Yeah, I get up and it's 0. So
yeah.
I think what's that, 26 in Fahrenheit?
32.
32. So yeah, it does get pretty cold.
For a video.
Yeah, Paul is looking for a video.
Paul has just said in the chat that she's going to look for a video on overwintering peppers.
All right, cool. Champion. I'm on the phone. I can't see the chat going, so
that's okay, mate. You can scroll back through later.
I just
overwintering peppers is actually. I always like the super hots are nice to overwinter. Like I don't overwinter domestic like bell peppers, but like Carolina Reapers and ghost peppers, they're fairly easy. You just got to make sure they stay at 50 degrees and they'll go dormant. I water mine once a month and give them a long, slow release fertilizer. And in the spring, they pop right back out.
So you reckon only the hot ones are worth doing?
Only the hot ones, yeah. Don't attempt the bell pepper.
Yeah,
they don't do well. The bell peppers, which is what's called the domestic pepper, is like they don't do well overwintering. It's the super hots. They do great at overwintering.
All right. I'm Australian, John. Pepper's hot to me.
Not this household.
Not this house.
Hey, I'm actually really impressed. I like the way you used the words climate and Melbourne in the same sentence and didn't laugh. I reckon that was great. Because climate insinuates that things change. And
well, they do 4 times a day. There's winter, summer, spring, and fall in one day. So.
No, if you can keep the peppers at like 50 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be 20 Celsius.
Yep.
Something like that. If you can keep them at like 20 Celsius, they should do fine.
Thanks, Paul. I sent it through to his messenger.
I won't have a hope of that where I am. It's funny. So America has this notion of Australia being, this brown land. Well, where I live, it rains all the time. I constantly see Aussie YouTubers talking about, they need rain and all that, and that's what it is where they live. But where I am, that's the thing. These guys there, whatever way I'm pointing, are in Victoria, so the same state as us, yet we're a completely different climate. They grow rocks. Have you seen their dirt?
Hang on, guys. Darren, Mark's in the house. Do you want us to drop down so he can pop up? Or
G'day, Mark. Mark, would you like to jump up? Let me know. And
watched you guys battle that out. But yeah, so it's very different to the perception that Australia is, like where I am. It's quite wet. The forest, some of the forest around me is classed as a wet forest. It does burn like nothing else when it needs to, but yeah, it's a very different climate. And Sweeney's, what do you reckon you'd be from me? 3 hours away?
Well, we're central Vic, so yeah.
Yeah, probably about 3 hours from your place.
Yeah.
Roughly be 3 hours from me, and it's a complete and utter different growing space. So when I look at what I want to grow for the season, it's not like for summer, it's not necessarily what I 100% want. It's what I can grow in the time. You look at the back of the packet and it'll say 15 weeks, 16 weeks. My season actually isn't that long. So some of the stuff, unless I'm starting it off in the house and transplanting it, we just can't grow it here.
Yeah, and we can keep growing our capsicum and peppers and everything for another month or so.
That was the other thing, just to translate before as well. Bell peppers, capsicums.
Yes,
capsicum. So let's the correct terminology.
Yes. But we won't have frost until maybe June. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm already getting heavy dews in the morning.
Yeah.
So
we get a little bit.
So Mark's saying he's going to jump up. So do we have someone volunteering?
We'll pop down for Mark to come up.
All right, cool. Thank you, guys.
Doing things different says that he never saw Australia as barren. Always thought you all had killer snakes and bugs and nuts for the gardening. Learned differently from us all.
Yeah,
like Madale Manor just put in what is frost. You guys in Queensland.
Yeah,
no, we get frost in Lockyer Valley, which is what I'm having a problem with because I've never had to deal with frost before. Whereas this season I am going to have to.
The valley that's the problem. So, yeah. I mean, we only get 30 inches of rain apparently a year, but we've only had 4 inches in 6 months. So
yeah. Oh, I think I had that last night.
Yeah, I had that last night too.
4 inches. We had 2 of that in 6 hours. So we got, and we put a video up of it. We got flooded because the ground couldn't cope with that amount of water. So I just sheeted off. Although our farmer needs a little bit of assistance. But it was 4 inches. Our tank has gone in, but that's going to take forever to fill.
It's good downpour.
Yeah, it's interesting here. We don't even have to go 3 hours away to have a difference in climate. But hi, Mark.
Hey, good morning.
G'day, mate. How you doing?
Good morning.
So you want an update? There's been some breaking news with my dad. They found his body last week, Monday, Tuesday, and he obviously was dead, and they're looking to make an arrest this week or soon. Okay. So we still haven't made an arrest on the people that killed my dad, but they did find his body, which is a good thing.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah,
that's a bit of closure.
Sorry to hear that. That's too bad.
Yeah.
As bad as it is that they've found his body, it's good that they've found his body.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's great they found his body.
Because I know how much that was tearing you up the other week.
At least we will know now for the, it won't be hanging over us the rest of our life what happened to my dad.
Yeah.
And you've got closure and you can sort out all the legal stuff as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a huge positive. It is a huge positive.
Yeah. And you guys knew in your hearts what had happened.
Yeah, we just didn't. It would just be one of those things that just hung over us forever. But now it's not going to hang, So that's good. That's a positive. Huge positive. So I missed the early part. I just woke up. Was checking my phone, saw a notification you guys were on, and popped on just to see what was going on.
We're just having a chat in general about the season, annoying John. The usual things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Usual
Actually,
Aussie
Mark,
thing.
you can answer a question.
I'll try.
Who was the first one to call John a jellyfish?
No idea.
Well, it's a mystery. Because he was already being called jellyfish when I joined Shed Wars.
Yeah. I think he started that himself.
No, it wasn't me.
You did it.
I actually don't even know who actually did call me a jellyfish first.
It's a mystery.
It's forever a mystery.
Ain't gonna stick though.
Daisy Grays, it's good to see you guys.
And you? How are you, mate?
Yeah. Jen Dare, always a pleasure. Darren.
Hey, brother.
See you. Yeah.
Good morning, Mark.
I'm here. I'm awake. I'm amazed at what my wife has been able to do. We were talking about this yesterday. She went from never gardening before in her life to her greenhouse looks amazing. She planted 9 rows of corn the other day while maintaining a full-time job and taking care of her dad. And she's really doing some amazing things.
Did you shoot that?
We'll harvest our first strawberries yesterday. Check this out. Is this good?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
My rabbits love that stuff.
That was radish?
That was a radish. Yeah. She asked me about these. Let me see if I can flip the camera around here. I don't think I can. Let's see. I can do it this way. She asked me, she said, what happened to my beans? We got really cold the other day. She said, it looks like something's eating my beans. And they got frostbite, of course, and we'll have to do some replanting of her beans. She loves lima beans, and we'll get her beans going. It looks like the potatoes took a little hit on the frost, too. You know, we got sort of a late frost.
Yeah, a bit of nip there.
Yeah. Not that bad, though. Just needs to be cleaned up a little. They're still alive. And yeah. Let's see. This is the garden she decided she wanted to try to plant. That's a pretty good space. It's not as big as what we did last year, but it's still good size for a single person to take care of by themselves with everything else they got going on.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to overwhelm her, that's for sure.
No, I'm trying to be really super supportive and just let her do her thing. Let's see, beets. They probably should have been thinned out a little bit more, but look at this. Anybody know what this is?
A thistle?
No, it's not a thistle.
I don't think it's a thistle. I think it's something we planted last year and it just hadn't bloomed. It didn't bloom last year, and maybe
Kind of looks like Echinacea.
Yeah, well, the Echinacea has a different sort of leaf on it. This is the Echinacea getting ready to bloom.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, pretty. Your Echinacea is doing much better than mine.
This is the second year. This didn't bloom last year. These bloomed last year, and this didn't, and it's going to bloom again this year, or bloom this year for the first time. But this, I think, there was some stuff she planted last year she really wanted to bloom. Let's see, it's called, this is called Blue Glitter, I believe. Irgovenia. I don't know how to pronounce the name of it, but I think that's what that is.
Rebel Canner's guess is Globe Artichoke, mate.
Ooh. It's not Globe Artichokes. I've got some of those. Let me show you what I'm excited about our artichokes.
Oh yeah, actually, it's Erginum. It's called a flat sea holly.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. And it's supposed to have like a blue open flower, like a loose flower, instead of a compact or a tight flower. It's got a real loose blue.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just Googled it. So yeah, it's a beautiful plant. Yeah.
Here's our globe artichoke. These three. Here's some baby echinacea, some new echinacea we're going to put out. I think these are daisy of some sort. But
Red Volcano says sea holly.
sea holly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
First year trying to grow any citrus, and this is a lemon. This is a key lime, and this is a guava.
Pineapple guava might do well for you.
Okay. I've got to do some feeding. See how everything's yellow?
Yeah.
It just needs some nutrient. It just needs to be fed. I'm going to feed today. That's kind of what I plan on doing this evening or this morning. Once I get up moving around a little bit more. Well, bless you. Bless you. Bless you.
That was Dave and his smoker's cough.
Yeah.
I covered the mic and everything. Sorry, guys.
I keep hitting mute every time I cough.
We had our first salad yesterday out of our garden. That was really delicious. My son was home, and let's see, he's still home. He's getting ready to go back up and preach this morning. But yesterday he wanted some mom's spaghetti, so Mom made her spaghetti, and we came out and harvested our first salad out of the gardens yesterday.
Oh wow, that's quick.
Yeah. It was delicious.
You gotta love those first fresh produce coming out of the garden.
I don't know if you saw it, but we had somebody send us some vinegars, some wine vinegars, and we ended up making our own salad dressing from that wine vinegar that was sent to us as well.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, now Mark's finishing his tour. I'll put everyone else back up on camera.
Yeah. Thank you. I didn't want to be the only one.
Well, I just wanted to give them a warning just in case they were doing something they shouldn't have.
Just put it out.
Well, you never know what Julianne and Bomber are getting up to.
Wow.
The rare occasion that they're in the same room.
Dave's power alone, so we won't go there.
No.
BG.
I'm more worried the fire alarm's going to go off and I'm going to have to take everyone out on a call with me.
Hey, you're the first one on the truck for the first time ever, mate.
Oh, no, I'm pretty close up on one of the guys out, so...
So, Dave, one of the questions that we get asked a lot is, why do we have the CFA outlet on our tank? And I try to explain to them that because we're in a area that's subject to fires, the first 10,000 litres of our tank is not ours; it's yours. So, so that's one of the questions, because we've got the big outlet, and we have to make sure that when the trucks come in, they've got free access to it and everything. And so we had to put it in a spot that wasn't going to be behind a fence and was visible from the road as well. So.
Yeah, that came out after the 09 fires, after Black Saturday. And it's part of building code now. So
it's part of the bell, and it's not so much part of the bell, it's more the CFA requirements.
Yeah. The funny thing is, they would have made you put a British 3-thread on, yeah? The actual fitting is a British 3-thread.
It's a big sucker.
Yep. We don't actually use the British 3-thread anymore. We've all converted to Storts, which is just how backwards things are. We obviously carry adapters, but for some reason they're still making everyone put the British 3-thread on. Yeah, you've done exactly what they tell you to do, and it's the British 3-thread. but we all run a different fitting on our trucks now. But we do carry adapters for it. So
what's the I'm googling British 3. What did you say? Thread.
British so if you look at the threads on it, there's 3 threads per inch, is what it means.
Okay.
It's the old hydrant thread.
Yeah, it's the old hydrant thread. So it's fine. It's called a Stort's fitting. Don't ask me to spell it. I'm not a smart man.
Is that the one with the 2-litre clips?
Garden kitchen?
No, that's not. That's one that Sammy got brought in, Darren, and no one took it up. If you want, I can walk you into the station and show you it all. But they were starting to bring that 2-clip one in when I was.
I'd love to see it. I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll see if I can walk you in there. All right. So not real sure.
CFA is Country Fire Authority.
I'm not real sure. I'm meant to put CFA stuff onto YouTube.
Basically,
but anyway,
in country areas, we have the CFA, which is generally a volunteer organisation, and that's who goes out and fights the fires.
Actually, Dave, I think we've got yours.
What's that?
We've actually got the one that yours fits, the Stort's fitting. STORZ is how you spell it. So, yeah.
You're going to have to bear with me. So, there you go, guys, if you want to see a fire station.
Oh, wow.
This is one of our older trucks. So, I can't see what I'm filming at the moment. But
and
that
Daz
there
from My Aussie Gardens headed it off.
That's a Stort's fitting right there.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right. So is that the one they made you put on?
I think so.
Yeah.
So it looks. I don't know. I wonder. You guys are going to wander around and look at trucks. This is really weird. So that there is a Stort's fitting.
Mm-hmm.
See, it's got the little lugs on the side and stuff.
Yeah.
And the old school one is a British 3-thread.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know if you can see in there, but we carry enough stuff to change whatever we need to change for you.
Ready for every eventuality.
Yeah, it's
very interesting.
I do a lot of interstate stuff as well. So, did New South a few times last year, South Australia, all that type of stuff. And it's funny between all the different places, we all use different fittings. So, I took one of our trucks up to South Australia, and none of our fittings worked. So we had to, jump into one of the local RFS stations and steal all their stuff. So, but yeah. Anyway, that's a little bit weird that we're on a
switch from a British 3 fitting to a Stort's or whatever. My thought was, what do you do when you run into the old fitting that people hadn't converted yet? But
that's what the adapter's for.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all of those I can change up to whatever I want, basically. So yeah, that's how we do it. But
right on.
Do you know if that applies in Queensland as well, or is it just Victoria?
For having to have a 10,000 litres on your tank,
and have the right fitting.
It depends on your local fire authority.
Yeah,
that's a fire authority ruling. Not a government.
I'll have to check on that one.
And even like our BAL.
City Girl Country Hat asked, how big are your tanks, Sweeney's Creek? And Feather and Downs asked how many freezers you have.
Our tank is 105,000 litres or nearly 28,000 gallons.
And Feather and Downs asked about how many freezers you have for all those cows.
We've got them scattered everywhere. We've got deep freezers and parents, and there's a lot of meat because the rental that we're in is teeny tiny. So we don't have it here with us.
I did get to watch that video this morning of your processing bit. Not the process, but your weight video. That was impressive.
Yeah, we didn't do so well on our vegetables, but
that'll come.
Yeah, the steers.
Yeah, but you had the cows. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah. And we've got another trip years coming up. So yeah, we're starting those.
John, we've got another video there with our drone flight over the property, and the section of the land below our house there, like down the hill that you'll see in the drone footage. That's where all the garden beds and high tunnels and everything is going to go. So, you know, you talk about, you know, the season's over. Well, the next season's just starting for us because we've got a lot of garden beds and big plans to sort of.
Oh no, you got next season. You guys should be like one of the top dogs. I mean,
hey, they're top dogs now.
Lucky Luke is tough to beat.
Well, they came close to Luke.
Yeah, they did, but Lucky Luke is tough.
Actually, we had, what did he have? 1115. We had 1192.
There you
So
go.
technically, they did beat Lucky Luke.
Just got him. So. But I think if I hadn't have eaten 30 kilograms of strawberries,
Well, look, if I hadn't have had Astrid feeding through my garden, my weights might have been a little bit higher too.
yeah.
But I mean, to me, that little bit of weight, it doesn't compare to having a granddaughter that loves gardening and expects to walk out through the garden and grab something off a bush to eat.
Well, that's the same with Harrison. He comes up to me and says, "Do you want to go out in the garden?" And my heart just melted.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, we were out at the farm the other day, and he had a mate out with him, and we couldn't find them. And here they were sitting on the round bales of hay and everything. They were actually outside, not on computers. And I'm just like, wow. So
they didn't have the dual computer setup going?
He's just here playing the computer. So
yeah, I know.
But yeah, we've got a lot of work to do, and we're hoping that in the next couple of days we can actually announce when we're moving, so which will be good. So
awesome.
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Well, you let me know if you need help. You know that.
I certainly will. I was just going to say too, Dave, that was really cool to get a look inside the CFA building. There's not many people get to look inside there, so
yeah.
Just for John and Mark, these CFA guys, these are the guys that go out. Volunteer, put themselves out in the firing line when our countryside's on fire. If there's a fire in another state, they travel. Some of these guys fly planes, come over to California and fight the wildfires over there. So what I say about the CFA is not all heroes wear capes, but they all wear a CFA uniform because these guys are absolutely freaking amazing and thank you for your service, mate. We appreciate it.
Well appreciated, absolutely.
Mate, I have seen the inside of a CFA station at 2 a.m. in the morning too many times.
Yeah. Well,
that pager goes off in the middle of the night.
The lucky ones, the ones that don't step into the breach, we don't get to see inside there. So
Darren, I've been on the opposite of that. I've walked into my house at 1 a.m. to find it.
So in Australia, let me just ask this question. In Australia, what is the main cause of all the bushfires you guys have? What is the main cause?
Lightning strikes.
Lightning, glass left in the bush bottom of glass bottles can.
Also, when the sun is beating, it actually acts like a magnifying glass. And,
yep. Unfortunately, we do have a lot of firebugs too.
And what about cigarette butts?
Yep.
Cigarettes are more a grass fire issue.
Yeah.
So
in the
like
States,
the area that I used to live in was grassland plain. So we'd get a lot of fires along the side of the highway.
Yeah.
Because of cigarette butts.
Oh. Okay.
But
the actual big bushfires are because of lightning strikes.
Lightning strikes and arson are some of the big ones. Yeah, there are idiots out there who will go.
Why would somebody want to do that?
We had one here in Bendigo, and it was Black Saturday, so there was lots of fires around the state. But we actually had one that came within about 2 or 3 kilometres of our central business district. I mean, we've got 120,000 people here, so it's not a small town. And we lost 60 homes and 1 life, and that was deliberately lit by a couple of 15-year-olds.
Now, how are those 15-year-olds prosecuted? Is it like murder?
No, they weren't, because they weren't mentally competent to stand trial because they were too young.
Yep.
So they killed someone, burnt 60 houses, had a history with the police, and were just, don't do that again.
I'm sorry, but 15 years old, you're not too young. I'm sorry.
That's right.
The problem
I
is
worked a
it's
full-time
not
job at
prosecuted
that.
hard enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, 15 years old, you're not. I mean, I could see being 7 years old and playing around with a lighter, but 15 years old, you are smart enough and intelligent enough to know that what you're about to do could go wrong.
Yeah, well, John, was saying before, I actually was the recipient of an arson attack on my house, and they burnt it down. Well, most of it.
That's too bad.
And they basically don't do a lot because it's too hard to find. And this person did about 5 houses in the area over a month and then disappeared. So yeah, they just. But even when they catch them, it's like our sentencing laws, and I'm not going to get political because that's not what this panel's about. It's just, yeah, it was wrong. But yeah, so back on lightning strikes. Yeah.
Lightning strikes, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really amusing, like when you see Greta get on the TV and start going off about climate change and that sort of thing. Our countryside burns every year. Every single year there are bushfires.
Some of the bushland needs it. A lot of the bushland needs to be burnt to regenerate. It won't seed unless it's burnt. So,
We need fire in our environment. We need a lot of fire, but in small doses, not the way we do it. Some of our land, we went through a big patch where don't burn. You know, burning's a bad thing. Yep. And so everything got overgrown. The DELP can't burn enough a year to keep up anymore. We need to go back to the Indigenous way of doing it, and it's a lot of burns that are small and often.
Yeah.
And that keeps down the fuel levels. Our biggest issue is fuel levels. They're so high that once it goes, it doesn't matter how many aircraft we get in. There's not enough tankers in Victoria to sit at everybody's house. We literally got to get out there and do the hard work often and small.
The thing is too that our window of opportunity to do burns, because of climate change, is actually shrinking. We have less time where it's actually safe to do it. And the other point too is we do burn-offs, but we do them hot and fast, which is actually not productive for the forest. The Indigenous culture did low and slow. So
they do a slow burn.
They did them in times where it wouldn't generate a lot of heat and do a lot of damage, but it would burn off that underbrush. And we need to go back to the way that the First Nations people did it.
Yeah,
So what you're saying basically is don't do such big ones, but do smaller ones more often.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah,
and generally
generate the heat that will actually damage the trees and kill the trees. It has to be at that low burn, smoldering burn.
Do smaller more often, yes.
Generally, the way the Aboriginal people done it was called fire farming. And what they'd done was they regenerated the forest and they also drove the animals out. Sort of like a beating technique when you're hunting. So they drove the animals away from the fire and then they'd be on the other side and spearing animals.
Oh.
We lost 1.5 billion native animals in our last fire. 1.5 billion. So, which was insane. So, yeah. On a brighter note.
Yeah. So for the remaining people and whoever's in the chat, what's something then that you learnt from what you did this year that you're going to improve on for next year?
Well, Feather and Downs are saying they want a rematch with Sweeney's Creek with their 2 cows, and they want to be on different teams.
Great. Well, that's fine, Luke, because we had 2 more that we didn't harvest. So we'll just have to.
They're growing right now.
So actually, that's part of it. So next year or whenever it is, are we going to have a limit on meat production?
Oh, yeah, because we're going to have our meat birds and pigs as well. So
Well,
no, there's not going to be a limit on meat production. I mean, if the meat it's the same thing. Is if the meat is going to go in your freezer for your self-sufficiency, then it's your meat.
Yeah.
You're not going to be limited to, I can only harvest 2 cows and then discard the other 2 as not counting as your weight. You harvest 4, that's your 4. You harvest your rabbits, that's your rabbits.
Yeah, and so basically, if you were to harvest 4, you've got so much meat sitting in that freezer, you won't be harvesting again next year.
No,
for personal use.
Then that's exactly, but that's the way it pans out. Is
it's got to be personal use.
It's for your own personal use.
The problem they've got to look at the moment is feed cost.
Yeah.
So it's a matter of, is it going to be cheaper to drop them now and put them in the freezer, or feed them through?
Well, Darren, you've seen the 2 that we've got. We've got a normal size Murray Grey, which is growing perfectly, and then we've got our midget that doesn't want to grow at all. So
midget can last for a while longer.
Well, I would advise Lucky Luke to have a little patience on the cow there. He's going to get his chance.
Yeah.
He's asking how many cows does he need to buy?
Well, we had 10.
Jandera, Gerwin, you wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
Me, nothing.
Yeah, of course, nothing.
So,
okay.
So, Dave, to answer your question that you started there with, what learning in doing this, I had 2 really important lessons. One, make sure your microphone is turned on. And 2,
what's that?
Make sure your microphone's turned on. Yes.
Please don't drop the camera.
And the second one is make sure you secure your tripod. Yes. So that was.
Yeah, you had a bad week, didn't you?
Oh my God! We smashed our brand new camera. I ordered my phone, and something else that happened. I just think that was just a bad. This Shed Wars has been a killer for us. So yeah, I don't know how we survived it.
And if you have
aren't you glad your season's over and you get to relax for a little bit?
That's right.
He's saying yes. It's grueling. It's grueling.
Yeah, and people don't realize what the captain's job's like. You're in charge of sort of organizing everyone. You're in charge of making sure everyone's tagging properly. You're in charge of whenever anyone's got a little issue, they'll send you a message. Whenever anyone sees something on the other team that they've got an issue with, they'll send you a message.
Would you like to see my emails?
Message in a bottle.
I mean, John gets emails from captains who are angry and.
I even get emails from captains. That's
that
right.
one.
Yeah, John even managed to get me worked up.
You started that.
Hey, look, my emails. This is my routine. Basically, I wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning, and my routine is, I make my cup of coffee. I type in the first thing on YouTube. I type in Shedwars21. Boom. There's the list. And okay. I watch a few videos, and a lot of videos I hit watch later. So when I get home from work, I hit watch later. But I'll watch 1 or 2 here, there, and then after that, my email. And it's like bang, 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 bang. It's like, oh Lord. I'll maybe read 1 or 2, respond to 1 or 2, and it's like there's another 40 to go. I'll get back to those when I get home from work. And before you know it, you get home from work and you're spending another 3-4 hours just, looking at comments and the emails and this and that. And then you got captains like this dwarf kangaroo. And it's like, oh Lord. Not just him, Homestead also as well, and Homestead Aquarius, and
I only sent you one angry email.
Actually, it was 2.
Was it?
Yeah, it was 2.
Well, it was one topic.
Yeah, one topic, 2 angry emails.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not even going to say what I responded, how I responded.
No one likes it when Darren's cranky with them.
Well, too bad. Too bad. I explained to him before he became captain that this is it.
Yeah.
Whereas everyone loves it when Willet Grow's cranky with them because he shouts them out.
That's right.
No,
So they try and get you cranky.
That's not my way of doing it. If I'm angry with someone, they know I'm angry with them.
Yes, you do.
It's not, hi, lovey-dovey, and that sort of thing, which people overreact. John does not shout people out that he's angry with. Yeah.
And how did you figure that one out?
Because I've watched enough of you telling people off.
Right. And then making sure that I drop that I leave the link to their channel so people can subscribe.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You guys have no idea how many subscribers I lose every time I do a shout out like that. You have no idea how many I lose because people don't watch to the end. They don't understand it.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, like this guy here, Davey Thumbs Up. I did a shout out, and I think, if I recall, I lost 3 subscribers for calling him Davey Thumbs Up and what are you doing? And I believe
that
I
was
lost
a pretty tame one too.
Yeah, and I lost 3 subscribers for that.
Oh, they weren't worth keeping then.
No, they were. But did you gain any?
I don't actually believe I did.
Oh. I did my job. I gave you a shout out. And the reason why I did a shout out is because I actually saw the video of you harvesting the potatoes and I liked it.
Yeah.
And so I used the thumbs up because I mean you constantly harvesting potatoes and you're like this the whole time.
On my next video, I was gonna put a bandage on my hand and have it stuck that way.
Yeah, right.
But,
well, guys, let's do a garden tour and just walk around with your thumb the whole time.
I absolutely loved that video that you put out with your final weight, and you put your own thumbs up back into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
That actually took ages because I had to go through all the videos, and I'm trying to get little snippets and. You know, the cat and the dog are fighting, the kids are rolling around scratching. It took a while, but no, it wasn't too bad. But that little one you did for me, John, there, I see the humour in it and enjoy it, but I can also see what you're saying when you lose subscribers because it's quite a fickle little industry and people have got 20 seconds in them. And after 20 seconds, they're gone. That's it, gone.
Yeah.
So
right. No, but they do take the time to click the unsubscribe.
Yes.
But the thing is that a lot of people that have unsubscribed, once they finally understand, they come back.
Yeah.
Once they finally, oh, that's what he's doing.
So you're saying I got you 3 subscribers. Because you got rid of them and then I got them back because of the video you made about me.
Some could be, some came back, yes, because they actually watched to the end. And the thing that I'm telling, I've told Mark, I've told Robert, Homestead Aquarius, the people just don't watch to the end. And it's like, I try to make those videos 5 to 10 minutes long. It's like, just watch the video, and it's just me pointing the finger, yelling at people and making fun of you or whatever. I think it's entertaining. A lot of people think it's entertaining, but some people just don't. Like I had an email this morning, actually, that I read this morning. Someone in the community saying the shout out I just did for the Arkansas Pilgrim and the vineyard chicks and penalizing them 50 pounds.
Yeah.
They said they felt so uncomfortable watching me do that they were going to drop out because their heart rate went through the roof.
Oh, it drop out of Shed Wars.
Yes, because I added 50 pounds to the vineyard chicks.
Yeah.
And they said my heart rate went through the roof. I'm gonna drop out of Shed Wars.
How do you react to that? Look, so I'm not talking about a video where we, let's face it, we all play it up a reasonable amount. You wouldn't believe it, but I'm actually a miserable bloke. But how do you then deal with that? Not a personal level, but because you then reading that cold light of day, going, "Oh, how do I deal with this?" So I know.
I just replied back. I said, "I'm sorry I made you feel that way. I was simply just trying to give them a shout out, and thank you for joining Shed Wars. And if you can no longer participate, thank you."
Yeah,
and
that's the side of like John, Mark back in the day. The people don't see, and like you get on after.
When we started, John, everyone was people would call me and write me emails talking about how awful this dude was. And I had to run so much damage control for him just to give him some space where people would see through the bark and realize there's a great person there, I cannot tell you, like some of his greatest friends now, I ran background. You got to stick with this guy, just understanding that he doesn't even know about. There's a lot he knows about, but there's some he doesn't know about. That just trying to help people see through what he's doing, But
that is true, Mark. You did do that, and I appreciate that. And a lot of people. There's a lot of new people that still don't understand that, and sometimes it puts me in a difficult position to where I want to give this person a shout out, but the way I do it is the way I do it.
Yeah.
And nobody.
We don't agree about the poundage thing. Still to this day, we don't agree about the poundage thing.
What if I was to tell you the poundage does not count? It's
what
a
if I
joke.
Was to tell you that it doesn't really matter because I'm not a part of it anymore.
Well, that is true. But that is true. Me adding the pounds to the vineyard chicks. This is the angle I took with that with the vineyard chicks. Is not only am I going to give the vineyard chicks a shout out, but now she's going to go around the community asking for members of Team Woodcutter to bail her out. So not only does they get one shout out, they could have 3, 4, 10, 15 shout outs from different channels. That was my angle. So that's how that came about. Is I'm going to add 50 pounds, reach out to your community, and get them to bail you out. Before you know it, they have 15 shout outs instead of just one.
Y'all have fun with it.
It's fun so far.
Good.
But like I've been on lives, after lives with both Mark and John, and the two of them, when you get off the live and the camera's no longer pointing at them, they are two of the most lovable people you'll ever meet. Even John, I mean, as much as he comes across as this nasty piece of work, hard ass, he's just a lovable guy, cares for his family, just an all-around nice guy.
He's solid gold. John is solid gold.
Thank you, Darren. I appreciate that. I do have a tremendous amount of passion for what it is we're doing here. And some people get my sense of humor. Some people, unfortunately, don't.
And the whole thing started as you taking the piss out of Mark about his shed. I mean,
right.
It started by you piss taking.
That's right.
Nothing's changed there.
No. Nothing's changed. The only thing that's changed is some people, unfortunately, like I said, some people don't quite understand my personality, and it's unfortunate.
John, Feather and Downs has asked, is there going to be a draft for next year's Southern Hemisphere?
Most likely, yes.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I would definitely the Southern Hemisphere will definitely come back. You guys are all great. You will definitely be back next year. Absolutely.
I'd
So the
say a
team leaders
draft
are
is
going to get to go
definitely
through
the
and
way
pick.
to go. After this season's commencement, I'd say a draft.
A draft. Yes.
And we'll leave that discussion right there.
So basically,
Darren, are you upset that you asked us and look what you got?
No, I'm thinking about the nights that I spent up at 4 a.m. watching YouTube videos trying to find channels.
Darren, the work that you did to put together a team in Shed Wars is exactly the work that I did to build Shed Wars to begin with.
Mm.
So you complain about the things that made you find incredible people like 247, Sergey. Who else did you find that just was off the map and just
254?
That okay.
And Luke, Dana, yeah, most of my team came from random emails.
Yeah. See, I thought you knew Luke before. I didn't realize that you met Luke on your homestead house, took everybody, left me with nobody. I got to go find a team. But
I wasn't saying that. I wasn't going to say that, mate.
That's what I had to do back when we started Shed Wars. I went out and started recruiting like everybody I could find, because at that time I was like a 300 member channel. And John, I don't remember how big you were. You were tiny then.
125.
Yeah, something like that. When we started, and we had channels like South Paul Davy was 2,200 strong. Dave's Allotment Garden was a 8,000. Terry King was a 6,000. Green. There were so many bigger channels that signed on to these little micro mouths that were talking trash about their gardens and sheds, and and then we incorporated the Bulls concept of this self-sustained, grow your own. Like the Bull, Robert had this idea from the Bull that the Bull was trying to get started, and he wanted to include that somehow in a collaboration. So we used the Bull's concept of what he was trying to drive and put it with our back and forth over sheds, and Shed Wars bloomed into what it is. And I was watching something the other night, although I'm not a part of it, so whatever, but I do stop in and watch occasionally. I lurk a lot now just to not draw attention to myself and kind of let it go. And I am so amazed and proud at the people that expanded their gardens or are trying to grow something new, or right now with this secret seed challenge, it's people are learning to identify seeds, and they're learning to identify seedlings, and things they may not even realize they're learning with this gladiator challenge that drives them improving their gardening skill and their abilities.
Secret seed, Mark, that was your idea. The secret seed.
Jamie T, which hemisphere are you in, mate? Because that has a big part in who you're going to contact.
Be nice if Homestead Aquarius or CG could hop up. I'll hop in either of them.
CG's happy watching. He's working at the moment.
Okay.
Well, guys,
Jamie
gonna jump
T,
down.
Jamie T, you can either email me or you can email Homestead Aquarius.
There you go. He's in Victoria. Get in touch with me, mate. Emails in all of my videos. So get in touch with me, and more than happy to set you up. I mean, I don't care whether someone was on Team Southern Cross or whether they're on Team Down Under. I'm happy to support anyone in the community. All the guys on my team know that I will do everything I can to help build you up.
Yeah, we can attest to that. We've got a whole video showing him painting a room for us. So,
yeah, Darren, I've got a heap of chores at my house. Did you want to pop over,
mate? I keep offering to pop over to your place.
I
told you I'll come over and do a shout out for you.
No.
I don't need a shout out.
I want you to come over
for a volunteer fireman that takes care of so many, is sacrificing for so many people. The least you could do is go help the man paint a room.
Mate, I am more than happy to go over there. I'll help him with whatever chores he wants, and I'll take some film and I will put up a shout out video for it.
Hey, Darren, look at that. Look at that comment. Tiffany Q makes the most of posted there at 256.
They are a colonial organism. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Nick.
So he's now the
But they're
Portuguese
also
and
the
enemy.
floating terror.
There you go. The jellyfish thing is officially dead. Portuguese man o' war is not a jellyfish.
You are now an
So it's
enemy.
just a metaphor.
I didn't think
All
you
right,
had enough
guys.
bombs to be an enemy.
You're heading off, Dave?
Yeah, I'm going to head off. I'm lurking in a car park. You know, I've been arrested once or twice. I don't want to get it done again. I just wanted to. I'm going to try my internet when I get home, but I highly doubt it's going to be any good. So I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who's on the panel, but also everybody that's either watched videos or just been a part of it, and everybody who's helped. It's been magnificent, and I'm really looking forward to next year. So,
Davey, thumbs up. Nice to see you, brother.
Always, guys, and I look forward to stalking you on all your upcoming stuff.
We'll stay in touch.
See you
Well,
guys.
if you're still hanging in the chat, can you throw up the Daisy Gray's link for us?
Who?
I can do it.
Paula.
I can't even type, Darren. You know that.
I know that. That's why I didn't ask you to do it.
Yeah. All right, guys. See you later.
All right, mate.
How do I leave?
So the Portuguese man of war.
There you go.
The Portuguese man of war is also known as a blue bottle or a floating terror.
Thank you, Paula.
Garrowin, we've gone.
No, that wasn't Paula. That was Sweeney's Creek. Thank
It's
you,
still a
Sweeney's
floating
Creek.
terror.
And it wasn't even me.
And it was me,
It wasn't even me spreadsheet, mate.
not list boy.
Hang
Good
on.
job,
You don't have Daisy Gray's on your spreadsheet?
Yeah, I do,
It
but
does,
it's not
but
open.
it's not open because I'm sitting beside nerd boy's not typing.
Ah. So we still don't know who called him the jellyfish first, though.
Mark, see the respect and the level of that I'm treated with everyone in this team. It's just amazing.
A jellyfish.
He loves you,
Agent says he was the first one.
Oh, okay.
I think we should just be that song in Frozen. Let it go.
No, how about you just let it go and it's the Portuguese man of war and leave it alone?
That's what I just said.
Because no one gets to self-name themselves.
No, see the issue.
That was absolutely a great find and was plugged into some people that I already knew on YouTube and was an expert at this city, small town gardening, just the diversity and the level of expertise that he demonstrated in his videos. Excellent to meet this guy right here.
He's actually giving you a compliment, Andy, but hey.
Yeah, he's all right for a Queenslander.
Hey! Queenslanders are good.
You see, the issue that's happening with this nickname calling stuff is when Shedwars first started, Mark looked like a woodchuck to me, and I immediately called him a woodchuck. He had the opportunity to come back at me at any moment, and he chose not to. So now everybody is trying to come up with a nickname. So I came up with my own. I'm the Portuguese man.
John. Echo.
You got something to say, Andy?
No.
That's what I thought.
Action.
You're echoing, mate. Every word you say, it says about 45 times.
Must be on your end, I think.
So when are we going to find out about the Northern Hemisphere volunteers?
Oh, Gendera, why are you asking me?
because you're one of the team captains on the Northern Hemisphere,
Ah,
and the other team captain's not on the panel.
yes, he is. Well, but
He's not on the panel.
Oh, do I need to drop off? Do I need to go? I'll leave.
No,
we're not. No, we're not gonna be dropping any surprises on this live.
G'day, Roy.
yet.
How you doing, mate? Lone Star
This
Pioneering,
this
if
live
you've
is
got a
not
question,
about.
mate,
This
can you
live is
repeat
not
that?
about. I'm sorry, Darren, but this live is not about the Northern Hemisphere. It's about the Southern Hemisphere.
Yes.
Good point.
So, are we all happy with how we done this year?
No,
Yes.
Remark.
I would have liked to have done a lot more. I'm happy with what I did do, but I wish I'd been able to do
happy
more.
from my point of view. It was just an opportunity for us to get involved and get started and dip our toes in. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one.
I think, Darren, when you first approached us, I think we only had 2 videos on YouTube, so we were pretty, pretty new to this
Great.
whole thing. So I think even though our results were okay, I think the result of finding the community is the best thing, because I mean, you see a lot of homesteading in America, but in Australia, it's just not. It's not publicised, really, is it? I mean, you just do it. You don't do a YouTube channel about it. So there's not a lot of YouTube channels of homesteaders in Australia. So I think finding that has been great. Our results could have been better. So
I think me personally, I think overall, every single one of you guys did a fantastic job. Whether you started a channel because of Shed Wars, that's awesome. Whether you already had a channel, decided to join, that's awesome. I think everybody did a really good job. Some people could have done a little bit of a better job, but
that's Australia for you.
That's just
trust me. And the Northern Hemisphere, trust me.
Yeah, I mean, you've got different challenges. I mean, we're not under 30 foot of snow on occasions, but
don't have tornadoes coming through our backyard too regularly.
yes. So I think everyone has their own challenges, no matter who they are or where they are. So,
Yeah, look, I mean, I think all the channels that I was watching, everyone done pretty damn good.
Yeah.
Everyone put in one hell of an effort. The ones that didn't want to put an effort in, they dropped out early. Yeah, and
right.
It wasn't a loss.
That's right.
So, but the people who hung around, I mean, you guys at Sweeney's Creek going through that soil issue, but you still kept plugging away. You still kept putting videos up.
we only did it because everyone encouraged us to do so. I mean, we would have, I would have just gone, well, this is just, I had enough. But I think all the comments that we got were just like, don't give up and everything like that. And it would have been easy to give up because we're in a rental. Had we been at a farm, we would have just we can't give up. But we didn't give up because of everyone else. So,
no, but you stuck it through. Some people, like Darren says, and I left a comment on one of Darren's comments where, it's unfortunate that some people at the beginning, they just didn't get the concept of what we're trying to do as a community, and they were misusing it, not doing it correctly. They just totally didn't get the concept of it. And it's unfortunate, and everybody knows who they are. They just don't get the concept of Shed Wars is a gardening community. Gardening pertains to vegetable growing, animal harvesting, and taking care of your rabbits and raising your cows is a side little kick. It's a sidebar. It's not the main objective.
Yeah.
Some people just don't get that.
Yeah.
Some people don't get it.
It was very, very frustrating wanting to get out there and film and just walking out there and looking at your garden and just like being totally depressed. So, yeah, it was. It was.
The most disappointing part was I was really looking forward to a good harvest of tomatoes and be able to make tomato relish with our own tomatoes, and I had to buy in tomatoes again because they just shriveled up and they were pathetic.
I have bags of tomatoes sitting in the freezer.
Yeah.
I have bags of tomatoes. That's what I was saying in mine.
Yeah.
I have so much frozen stuff. There's the dehydrated stuff. There's the frozen stuff. It's still. I've still got a heap of videos to put out. Just processing stuff.
Yeah.
Ed, we're trying to keep it at the Southern Hemisphere, mate. Any other live?
Sorry, I posted the link. Sorry.
Yeah, let's try to keep. I mean, Darren, I can drop down because I'm from the Northern Hemisphere, but I mean, we do want.
Yeah, but
I think keep this.
You, Mark, and Robert are
we should try to keep this to the Southern Hemisphere, and I could see where Ed, I could see where you want to come up and just. That's for a different live, Ed.
A monkey.
Yeah, not on this one, mate. And he's already ended StreamYard, so I can't see.
And Julianne, I totally understand. I wish I could have grown more tomatoes, but I think I planted about 20 tomato plants and they all died because of the drought. Yep. We just didn't have the rain.
Yeah.
I lost so many plants because we just.
Are you guys depending? Do you guys depend on the actual rain? You don't have like a hose.
I'm on rainwater.
Oh.
Totally on rainwater or dam.
Oh.
That's why I've got the aquaponics, because the aquaponics is one of the most efficient water usage for growing food that you can have.
Okay, gotcha.
And I'm pretty sure it's universal that everyone relies on rain for water.
Yeah.
So you just get to turn on a hose and it's there. We have to put it into something to get it out. So yeah.
Yeah, I just turn on the actually it's on a timer, the irrigation, and it just
and the worst part is I actually tried getting a timer, but it doesn't work on a gravity fed system.
Right.
Because I have pumped water into an IBC and timers don't work on that.
No.
They need the pressure.
They need the pressure. That's right. They need the pressure.
I would think that most Australian homesteaders would be not on town water supply.
Yeah, unless you're in the urban centre. I mean, we're 15 kilometres from an urban centre and we're on rain harvest, so tank.
I've got town water, but if I use it to water the gardens, it costs me $4.6 million, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Andy, maybe if you have a neighbor, tap into their house at nighttime.
Well, I've got probably 10,000 litres of rainwater, and that's what I use to do the garden.
Oh, there you go. 10,000 litres, that's a lot of water.
Not when you're watering the whole garden.
Oh, yeah.
And then we're doing the solar as well. So Australia's actually, in terms of solar stuff, I think because we've got so much sun, that's one thing we do quite well.
We make beer out of the sun, don't we now?
I do.
No. Isn't that Victoria? I don't know if it's beer. Like, is it VB? They've got a big solar. Yeah.
Well, I run my still in the day, so I make rum out of solar.
Mark, a lot of us here use mulch a lot more than you guys up there use it.
Oh, huge.
It's pretty much a it's pretty much a must do.
My wood chips are 6 to 8 inches deep, just to try and keep the moisture in the ground.
The water in. Yep.
And yet, Terry King is great at catching water.
Yeah. Well, we've got no water out at the farm, except for our tank.
Not yet.
Not yet. We're putting in a dam And then to make matters worse, the rental that we're just about to leave has an issue with it's a brand new house. Some pipes are leaking and our backyard's been flooded for probably a couple of weeks now. So, yeah.
Wow.
It's all nice and mushy out there.
Yeah, you walk through, and even if we did have a garden, it would be under a couple of inches of water. So, so we're just loving life. So, yeah.
The challenges of life and gardening.
Yeah. Fun.
And that's what it's all about. It's actually being able to overcome the challenges that life throws at you and keep going regardless of what happens.
Yeah, well, we haven't had
keep finding a way.
So have we? We've
No, we haven't had a good week this week.
No, it's been a hard one.
Pseudoscientists, most of us up here don't have a choice which way we run our beds. We don't have room. Sweeney's Creek will have room, but you didn't during this growing season.
Nope. No, we were, half the garden was in shade and half of it was in full bleeding sun. So yeah, didn't have much of a choice.
And then our growing area is on the side of a bit of an incline as well, so that's going to impact the way that the beds are set up for controlling water runoff and things like that. So
yeah.
All right, guys. I must get going. It is 9 o'clock, and I have some things to do. But thank you so much for having me. You guys did an amazing job. Awesome. I certainly hope to have every single one of you next year. And it's going to keep watching the Northern. Things are going to change. It's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And it all will hopefully incorporate into the Southern Hemisphere and will be bigger and have more fun. So
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
Awesome,
Hey,
mate.
John,
Thank you.
John, say hello
Yes.
to your parole officer for me, will you?
I will.
Thank you for
All right,
coming up,
guys.
mate.
Bye, guys.
See you, buddy.
Bye,
Thanks,
John.
John.
Just know as Luke lost a lot of his rabbits and a goat as well this week. So
Oh, damn.
That's hard, Luke. That is so hard.
That is,
Yeah, that's tough.
that is very tough.
That's two people in Shed Wars that have lost basically most of their rabbits.
can I show you what we
Joanne,
lost?
you can always, you don't need to say, can you?
Did you
That's
get
not
another
a
dog?
rabbit.
no,
No, that's her baby that she lost this week.
Oh, no.
Oh, Julianne, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's terrible. Oh, sorry, love.
no, it's all right. It's still
Yeah.
very so.
That'd be
Yeah,
really
yeah, yeah.
hard.
I've only stopped crying because I've run out of tears. So yeah, it's tough. This was Harrison's little dog that slept next to him, and you know wherever Harrison was, Celeste was there, and look, we and she fought a good fight. She had a cancer cut out of her side about 12 months ago, and then another one above one of her nipples about 6 months later, and you know she had a tumor inside her that nobody knew about, and she eventually just lost the fight. We got to a point where the fight was unwinnable, so she went off her food on Sunday and got a bit hard to breathe on Monday and was really puffy on Tuesday, and gone on Wednesday. We took her to the vet and they did a scan and there was nothing they could do. So
Can I say to you guys, thank you so much for doing the right thing by the dog. Because it's easy, yeah, it's easy to hang on, and it's very sad, and we stay too long. You did the right thing. Well, thank you so much.
Here's my philosophy on that when you have, you know, particularly with a dog, they will give you unconditional love for their entire life. And the only thing they ask is when it comes time that you have to put your own feelings and your own sadness second and do what's right for them, because they don't deserve, after everything they've given to you and done for you,
that's right,
for them to be not treated with respect at the end. When nothing can be done, then you have to grow a pair and do what's right and put your own feelings second.
Yeah, you're only doing yourself, not for them. So
Look,
I mean,
I've met so many people who've got, oh, my dog's 15-year-old. Oh, he poops all the time, and he's incontinent and that sort of thing, and he can't walk outside. But it's like, really, what kind of life is that poor dog having?
Yeah,
that's not a life at all.
No.
Well, she had cancer twice. She had like a massive skin cancer removed, and then she had breast cancer, and this one is one we couldn't see, but you wouldn't have known. It was just 24 hours from really bad symptoms to going. So so we haven't.
That's probably good, Dal, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Although it didn't give, when it's Harrison's dog, it didn't give him much time because we had to pull him out of school early and didn't give him much time. But it was always in the back of our mind because I always said, it's a high chance of it coming back. But we were looking for outward signs, and she just didn't have any. So So
I'm not a sook, but Jesus, that got me.
And look, the other thing too was, when she peacefully went to sleep, she was being, I was holding her, so she was surrounded by people that loved her. And she came to us with love, and she went out with love, and that's a positive. So
that's fantastic. Yeah, how wonderful. Yeah.
And Harrison's doing it tough, but he's been very, very brave, and he's handled it okay.
He's been keeping me together. So a little bit blurry there.
Oh, good on him. Good on him.
He's yelling out the back. His bedroom's just there. He's like, true. So
I heard him.
You're doing a good job, mate.
Yeah, he's awesome. So.
Well, I mean, here's the ultimate question. You ask yourself, well, okay, you're suffering and you're sad and whatever. I mean, I can't remember crying as much as I have this week. I've just burst into tears that many times. But then you ask yourself, well, the way she was, would you bring her back? And the answer is unequivocally no. You did the right thing. You've just got to get over the loss of the pain, and then you go forward with the memories. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
All right, folks, let's brighten it up. What are we planning for next year to make it bigger and better in our gardens?
Having more organic matter in my soil.
Greenhouse. What else? Pigs. Regenerative farm. We're doing, because we're going out to the farm. We'll be able to start our rotational grazing. And regenerative agriculture. So we're looking forward to getting into that. So,
getting the 1,005 Fowler's preserving jars that I've now got organised and set up.
You absolute mongrel. Can I just say that?
Yeah,
I got to send pictures of your jars.
He's a freak. He got more today.
You're kidding.
Yeah, they're starting to approach the miniature collection, mate.
You're killing me here, mate. You're killing me. I had to go out and buy a great massive jars, and you're just getting them given to you. Not just given to you, but you're getting glass lid jars, the whole lot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What brand were they?
Bastard.
Yeah.
We got how many was it? 39 or 49?
39 glass lids.
For the Kilner jars.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
And the rings.
Very lucky.
Yeah, and they were just given to us, and
it was an ex principal that I used to work with, and we got on really well. And she was a gun principal, and she picked up these jars from a friend. She was going to use them for dry storage, and never really got around to it. And she saw the channel and she said, "You want them?" I said, Pope a Catholic.
But what I'm really, really scared of is that we've been putting them into containers and just putting them in the garage where we've got to move in a few weeks. So I'm afraid to actually
I don't know where the hell they're going to go.
Count how many we have, because you go out and buy 30, 40. We went out and bought 150 the other day, and I'm just like, well, I think we've got too many.
No.
So, yeah.
I know a place.
So Luke's
he's local.
Square meters.
Pick me.
Yeah, I think Luke's a little wound up that you outweighed him.
I know. I feel bad. We're going to start with about an acre of
Get an acre under.
But then we've got the fruit trees. We've got about 20 fruit trees to plant as well. So, yeah, so we'll start with an acre.
Bit of work where the fruit orchard's going to go. I mean, part of our plan is getting that orchard set up, and that's got to be soil improved and swales and water flow control and
Kangaroo proofed.
Kangaroo proofed. Yeah, I love kangaroo, but they're chewy mongrels.
And we've got corellas. So
have you had a look at
just watch out for drop bears.
And the bunyips.
And the bunyips.
Have a little look at vetiver grass, because I've got a swale at the front of my place, and I'd never bloody heard of vetiver grass. But and I used it to line the swale because the roots go down about 8 foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's an absolute cracker. Like what was just a little swale is now a dam. Vetiver. Best thing since sliced bread.
Vetiver grass. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a really popular permaculture tool.
And you can feed it to you. I've got
Terry,
some.
a big kangaroo can clear a 7-foot fence.
I might have to get some from you, Andy.
Yeah, that's okay. I've got to break a couple of batches up. But you can feed it to your critters. It's great. Makes great chaff. Makes great mulch. It's just a wonder plant. It's a bit like moringa.
It's mentioned on the Permaculture Research Institute as a hedge against erosion. Yeah.
It's got that we like too. Like that look really nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Lukey.
Yeah, mine's actually gone to seed at the moment. So it's really quite pretty. Yeah, quite pretty at the front of my house with these big red tufts of seed at the top.
Interesting.
That means less cows. Yes, but here's the problem, Luke. Our neighbour has got another 10 acres that he doesn't use that he said that we can. So there you go, buddy. It's on.
You bastard.
The thing I'm finding frustrating is I've got 10 acres here, but I can't get the infrastructure put in place. I can't put star pickets in. I can't get the chicken cages done. I've got so many, like what I used to do at Eagleby, I had all my fencing all set up so that I could rotationally graze the goats, and then I could move the chickens behind them. I mean, I actually had it so that I'd send the goats through first, then I'd send the cow through, then I'd send the sheep through, then I'd send the chicken through, and the paddocks were beautiful, but I can't set it up here yet.
Look, we've got a lot of work. Yeah, there's no way, Luke, if I say to you we're going to be doing an acre next year, look, I don't expect to get much from it because it's an old farming, it was old farming land, and it's been absolutely overgrazed and overabused and compressed and with too many cows. So, yeah.
Looks like CG may want to jump up.
Hang on a minute. I was renting. Does that mean I'm completely out then? So I was in So, but yeah, look, we've got so much work to do. So
there you go, CJ.
Yeah.
Hey, Bakelite.
Melody.
I'd be lucky to have 10 meters.
Well, we're only on 600 meters here, so it's not huge.
Yeah, same as my place. Yep.
Yeah, but look at
there's a huge difference between the land that you have, Luke, and the land that they have.
Huge.
Massive difference. I've seen the grass growing at your place, and I've actually been to their place and seen the rocks growing.
Hey, I'll have you know, I've probably got at least a little fingernail, probably 3 millimeters of soil. Yeah.
Yep.
You're
then it's all
soil, Andy.
Hey?
I so miss my soil.
Yeah, I've got bugger all. It's all shale and clay and
That's a woodcutter.
He's jumped up to talk to CG.
Hey there, Mark. How you doing? Are you well?
I'm good. The permaculture discussion is what I wanted to. Since we were talking about that, let me show you what I'm doing. I've got a really wet spot here, like Sweeney's Creek was talking about. And I really wasn't like making fun of them when I said they need to build raft, because I've started building a raft here to put down in this area. See how it's wet all the time? And so yesterday I took some pussy willow cuttings and I just started adding pussy willow down here because willow loves water, and I'm really hoping to use it for a cut and drop in this area, because it's also got a hormone in it that is good for rooting. And so I'm hoping if I can get enough of this raft built with the pussy willow that it will have some positive root influence on the area as well. But I've got a huge area here to build a raft. I'm going to build the bed up so that the water flow stays where it is, and I can just have my growing medium on top. Now that's a huge project, but I've got the rest of my life to build it. And if I use plant material like this Asian lily, this Asian water lily, which I just throw these back here. I grow them in other places, and I just threw them back here kind of to discard them. And I could just chop those and let them build over time. They divide really quick. But I need some ideas. We're talking about the swales. It's harder to build in the dry areas. But we're far from needing to build many swales. I need to build swales mainly for runoff, like the upper portions, the soil comes down in the rain. And so I'm really just trying to catch, my soils.
That's what I use them for. So I've got the neighbour's, his whole drainage feeds into my yard. So what I did was, rather than let it run across the top of the bed and just drop out and take all my soil with it, I built like an S shape.
Okay.
And in each of the bends, I dug down as far as I could dig. I filled that up with rock, so it was like a well.
Yeah.
And then I did it on 2 bends, and then I found this vetiver grass that goes around the edge, which creates like a big dam wall.
Yeah.
And it just works a treat. Like the water actually has time to sit there and then drain in and water the plants.
Like the concept of putting the Aggie pipe down next to the tree, so you fill it up. And
Exactly.
It's out there.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't take the soil across the top of my yard.
Your plants there are going to slow that water speed down and just let it just trickle.
And the swale, because the swale's low, the water actually just stays in the swale. Yeah. You know, if it takes the bottom out the swale, I don't care.
No,
I'd rather that than my topsoil, this much, which in boy talk is 6 foot.
Tuesday, you should have a fairly good amount of topsoil where you are.
Now,
That's
Mark,
a very well-established area.
That Aztec method of growing, the chimpanadas, aren't they?
Yeah.
Off the top of my head.
They grew in lakes.
Yeah.
Homestead Aquarius, if he was on the panel, he could probably tell you more about this than I could. I do have some problems, though. There's lots of poison ivy out here, which is really bad for skin. I guess it could be used if you were trying to get something into a person. You could use this to maybe open the skin to put a medicine in. I don't know.
Yeah, it does have a lot of healing properties as well. It definitely does, poison ivy.
Chinampa. Homestead Aquarius says it's a chinampa.
Okay.
Yes. And Gavin, my husband's wanting to organise some chinampas at our place at some point, but we haven't quite decided where we're doing it. So we're still working on the permaculture design for the property.
Nice.
Hey, CG, I'm a little bit disappointed in you tonight.
I know where this is leading.
The blue t-shirt, the blue shirt, Like, where's the?
Come on, where's the pizzazz?
It's very subdued.
Are you going to ask about the Hawaiian shirt? Is that...
Where's the Hawaiian shirt?
I know. Don't worry. It's already on the line. I did it over the weekend. So when I walked past it yesterday afternoon, my wife still said to me, like, that's going to stay there, isn't it? And yeah, I was just pretty proud that I was going to be bringing it in. So yeah, I haven't had a proper opportunity. Hello, everybody. Sorry, I've just joined quietly. Hello to the chat as well, and to the guests. It's great to see. I've been watching the whole time.
Agent actually had on the matching shorts the other night, so you missed out on that one. So, yeah.
Bye, Nettie.
As Nettie off.
Yeah, Agent had a pair of pants that would go so well with your shirt and would probably blind the average person.
Just the combination of the two on the same stream would have been devastating.
Well, it's ideally the opposite of everybody wearing grey. Like, imagine if we all, grey is a lovely color. As I said that, I noticed you've got a beautiful grey jersey on as well. So then I was going to say, like, imagine if we all had to wear grey, and then you're you're doubling down on the grey. Is that a different shade of grey?
It's getting home from putting in a kitchen and going, oh my God, I've got a live. I better do my hair and put something that's actually clean on. So this is the first thing.
No, you guys always look really good as well. Like the both of you, yourself and Steve too. And we really mean it. Like my wife and I as well. Like we complimented and just say that a lot of the streamers within the team down under as well. It's been nice to see their presentation as well. And furthermore, you guys were, if I can just speak for a moment on this, you guys were speaking about what Shed Wars has essentially done for you in a lot of ways. So when Shed Wars the season started, I joined slightly late. But the thing is that there wasn't much growing in the garden at all. Just a couple of small vegetables growing. So if anybody is watching this and they actually want to start with Shed Wars and they're not really growing much right now, it's a perfect example like what happened where I started literally from like hardly anything. I had grown previously in previous years. But the thing is, like, I really grew from like hardly anything to like you do a pretty, not a great yield, but a pretty solid yield. And it was an example of what you would do in like a survival situation, growing from nothing to try and growing vegetables to sustain yourself. So yeah, Shed Wars, that's what Shed Wars has taught for me as well. I wanted to say it earlier. Sorry, I'll zip it now.
Final weigh-in video, CT?
No, the last video that I did was a little bit earlier in the month. The final, I did my saying goodbye to Shedwars21, just about 2 weeks ago, I think it was.
I remember that one, but I don't remember you seeing what weight you actually had.
My weight video was in the weigh-in and clean-up video. There was one with that where I weighed in about the butternut that I had been growing through the season. So there's a weigh-in video there that has like the overall weight that I did. And also, if I can just say one more thing quickly, and then I'll keep quiet for a little bit. So what I wanted to say is what I can learn for the next season of Shed Wars is that going into it, as I said, I did arrive a little bit late. But for the next Shed Wars season, what I'll be doing is I'll be preparing, doing a lot more preparation, getting a lot larger gardens as well to grow more, because it is a good example of what you can do from like basically scratch. And I'll be documenting all of that as well until that period, so that I can also have that footage to kind of put in when the Shed Wars season does come around again. So I'm looking forward to that, like just really looking forward to getting that done. And Arkansas woodcutter, it's really beautiful out there. I've been like looking over every now and again, and Mark, it's really gorgeous out there. We've got beautiful forests.
This is my backyard.
CJ, the thing is, like you were a fan of gardening because I actually found you on Sustainable Me's and dropped you a comment. So that's where I found you. You're a fan of gardening, but not a gardener. And you've turned that around and put a garden in for the competition. So, that goes to show the lengths that people will go to. All credit to you, mate. It doesn't matter that you don't pull in, it doesn't matter the weight you pull in. It's got nothing to do with that. You're showing people, here I am starting it out.
Thank you for that.
What are you laughing at?
And we've talked about this before too, with the disconnect between our society and where the food comes from. And the more people we get on there making videos and getting the information out there, and if you can connect with one person and get them to say, you can have nothing and then get a garden going and actually be self-sufficient in something. And that's important.
And it's not a lot of new people to gardening don't want to do it because they have this fear of failure. But we're out there to tell them, like, you will fail. You will kill plants. There's no.
Yep. Oh yeah.
I killed more plants than anyone this year. Come
Exactly.
on.
Like,
no. I think I did. I killed one of the plants.
I killed an awful lot of plants, but I still produced.
Yeah, but the thing about that is it's what you do with that knowledge. Well, I killed a plant by doing this, so I won't do that next time. Don't say, well, I killed a plant, I'm never going to do it anymore. So, because you learn more from failure than you do from success. So,
but the other thing too, you've got professional growers, we call them farmers, and they sow their fields with millions of seeds. Does every one of those plants make it? No. They
hedge their bets.
The strongest ones make it. It happens.
Yeah, like failure is a lesson. So I agree totally. Yeah. So if just one of us people on the panel can inspire someone to even start a garden, CG like you, then you've done well. So yeah, just give everyone the courage to do it, because it's easy to go down to the supermarket and buy stuff.
The thing is, I jump on lives and I talk about gardening and that sort of thing, and I've been doing it for a lot longer than some people have been alive. I was knee high to a grasshopper when I started gardening. I was out there with Dad when I was a weed tacker. So I've been doing it for a long time. The number of plants I've killed over the years, the death toll's huge.
Genocide.
But
Stephen's not a gardener. You're not a gardener.
No, but I'm learning.
But he's learning.
If you don't kill those plants, you're never going to learn what not to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, CG, by you doing it, you're taking it out there to the prepper community as well. And I know a lot of preppers have got their survival seed packet, their miracle seed packet, and they're going to go out there and they're going to plant their garden in their bug out location, and they've got no idea how to garden.
Good luck with that.
It's a skill that you have to learn and develop.
Yeah. So you're showing people how to do that, and you're encouraging them. Good on you.
One of Host Aquarius's comments. I'm just thinking. I don't think anyone on this panel would ever say, "Oh, I have too much garden." I don't think you could say. You could play the opposite. So yeah, I don't think
can't keep it all under control.
Yeah.
Well, the other thing I go to great lengths to do is show my mistakes more than the successes, because that's what people like, especially with the aquaponics. I misplumbed about 3 times. I had a garden bed fall over because it rotted. Like, Jesus. But that's how people learn. That's what stops them making the same mistakes.
We could have kept ours hidden and not ever shown anyone the absolute balls up that we did, or not by choice, but we got out there to say, hey, it's not all roses.
But what a channel that I like watching, Mark from Self-Sufficient Me.
Yeah,
he does that all the time. He'll film putting things in. He says, I don't know if it's going to work, and he films the result, whether it's a success or a total disaster. And he presents both of them as an educational tool, and he runs a damn good channel.
Mark's about half an hour away from me.
When I take my garden tours, I show you the dead ones.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
Killed that one. That died again. Didn't get it planted.
I don't think I've ever filmed anything and said to Stephen, "Oh, we're not putting that up because we did it wrong."
It's called collateral damage.
It's called a learning experience.
Acceptable losses in military terms.
Go on, CG. You're normally not that backward in talking.
No, it's all good. So yeah, it's definitely something. You know, the reason it's funny that you bring up Mark from Self-Sufficient Me as well, because that is where I met Darren as well, surprisingly, in the comment section. And you know, here's a Mark from Self-Sufficient Me has so much useful advice and knowledge. And the thing is, when you speak to the prepping community as well, it is nice to see that a lot more people who are invested in emergency preparedness are becoming a lot more interested in gardening and self-reliance and that type of thing too. So that's good.
Do you know what I find funny about Mark though? He's doing his first ever live this week and he's absolutely nervous about it. I'm like, wow, he's got like over 1 million subscribers and he's nervous about doing a live. So
I just like
actually, Rob, Bob, Zach, Aquaponics is going live tomorrow morning.
Sorry?
Go on.
Is it?
People are talking.
Sorry.
No, you go. You're right.
Oh, Rob Bob is doing basically his first live tomorrow morning. I mean, he did a dodgy one a couple of days ago, but he's doing his first one tomorrow morning.
I just like Mark because he's just straight down the line. He's just a typical Aussie. He's not pretentious. There's nothing fake about him. He said, you know, and he just presents it like he's your next door neighbour. You go in and have a chat. He's great. He's just got a great style. Yeah.
But yeah, to be nervous about your first live when you're at 1 million subscribers is just hilarious. So he's a funny boy.
Yeah, but Garen, I did see Rob Bob went live. It didn't go too well, or just a good test,
no, he was just learning the software. So he's going to be trying StreamYard in the morning. I'm one of his channel members, so we had a catch up on Zoom this morning.
Yeah, he runs a good channel too.
He does.
Yeah, he's a good. He's a really lovely bloke. If you haven't met him in person, he is a really nice guy.
Yeah. Rob Bob is lovely.
Yeah,
he really is.
Hey, the best life.
Woodcutter, there's a bit of a concern that chat they lost.
What happened?
We think you're lost.
People are worried
We're
that
convinced you're lost in the bush somewhere.
I got on a plane and landed in China and took a boat over to Australia. So I'm in the bush.
That bush doesn't look that green.
I am chuffed about it. This is a very top secret place in Australia.
It looks beautiful.
Yeah, sorry, mate. The alligators there are a bit
Is that ferns?
Yes.
Beautiful.
Bracken fern by the looks of
Mm.
Could I plant some sort of edible fern here? And aren't fiddleheads?
Fiddleheads are edible.
Yeah, fiddleheads are. Yeah, saw that the other day.
You like that spot? Is that your spot? Yeah. That's your spot. Okay. That's fine. You can have it. I've just taken a walk in the backyard this morning. Been in the truck a long time. Many of you know that my father went missing a while back.
Oh, no.
You okay?
Holy moly, did we catch that live?
Yeah,
we got that live.
I got baptized on this Sunday, baby. Woo!
That was double impressive.
Whoa! I kept the camera out of the water.
Good job.
Whoa!
Brilliant, Mark. Well done. That is so
my
goodness. Oh,
wow.
Get out of here.
Now, the next question is, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good. That was fun. That's the most fun I've had in a long time. Whoa! I needed that. That water is cold.
It would be.
Mark, I don't want to point this out to you, but I think that's your dad's way of saying enjoy yourself. You were just about to talk about him then.
Right on. Oh, my goodness. I made it. Wow. Now I've got a decision to make. Is the fun over for the day? Or am I just going to let myself dry out?
How warm is it?
We
don't want you catching pneumonia.
That's true. It's like 65 here, which would be like 15, 12, something like that. Maybe 10.
Okay.
See, now if it was me, I'd be going back inside. It's cold.
Who's got an idea that
I'm about to lose battery. It says I'm down to 20% battery. Y'all have a wonderful day. Enjoy the day.
You have a wonderful day too, mate. That was just so entertaining.
Priceless.
Oh my.
Okay, has anyone got any idea of something you can do to top that on a live?
He dropped his pants last time and now he's just dropped everything.
Now, didn't he put his pants on last time?
Oh my.
Yeah, he was putting his pants on last time and nearly showed us.
Yeah, he was putting the shorts on.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Put his phone down on the ground and he was standing above it. It's like, oh no.
Oh wow.
We love you, Mark, but we don't want to see that much.
Oh, I need to go back and watch that on slow motion. That was, oh, thank God.
So you should definitely do a chapter marker on that one. It's about 2 hours and 45 minutes in.
Wow. I'm sorry. Oh, just waking up the kids. Oh, God, needed that. Thanks, Mark.
Now, Robert, are you going to come up sometime or are you just going to continue hovering in the chat?
I'm going to have to go anyway because it's nearly midnight and I have to work tomorrow, unfortunately.
Oh.
So, yeah, not everyone gets Anzac Day holiday. Do you guys get it?
No.
There's some bit of controversy over that.
We don't.
I'm in the same state as you.
So, yeah. So
we don't, but my work does for some reason. I'm not complaining.
Gavin's work is having it off, but there's been a whole heap of controversy as to whether or not it was having it off.
Well, it's a state declared holiday, so if the state declares it a holiday, it's a holiday. If it's they don't, it's not. So, yeah.
You are more than welcome to hop up, Robert.
We don't want you falling in the creek.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's 2 a.m. where Luke is?
No need to swim with your tadpoles. You can just jump up.
No.
Oh, wow. Bye, Agent.
Bye, Agent.
All right, Agent. Later, mate.
Also, it's a holiday in NZ as well, so.
Well, it is for the Anzacs, so I guess it kind of makes sense.
I just, yeah. Anyway, we won't go into the fact that we get a holiday for football. Not for,
we actually don't get a holiday for football at my work. We transfer that one across to.
Hey, Andy's back.
Andy's back. We transfer that one across to Cup weekend.
Hey.
Yes, Stephen doesn't get Labor Day and a few others, and they transfer that to the end of the year. So,
yeah. So we
have Wilson appearing in the chat.
We have a silent Wilson.
Hello, good morning, folks. How are you?
Good morning, mate. How you doing?
I'm pretty good. I've got my first cup of coffee and been working on my second.
Yeah, I'm working on about my 12th, 15th, somewhere around there.
I don't know about you coming in the panel, but that Mark, that's a hard act to follow, that one.
Yep.
That's
What do you
very
got,
hard
Robert?
act to follow.
All right, well, look, I'm fixing to do something very funny right now.
That is hilarious, mate.
There you go. That was awesome. What I just did there.
That was good.
Oh, I don't know how long I can stay up here, but you know, it has been an absolute pleasure having all of you folks in the Southern Hemisphere. Absolutely. Just wonderful.
Thank you,
You're all family to us. All family.
Well, y'all, it's been a pleasure being there with you.
Hey, wait for it. I have a new gladiator challenge that's going to be coming out one day. I know y'all, but y'all could probably still join in, even though your season being down. Oh boy, it's early here. I actually had, well, it's not that early. It's early-ish for me. I had my alarm set, and that went well. And then I hit that snooze button, and that didn't go well after that.
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
And when I came in here, that was about 2 minutes after, or 5 minutes after I woke up. So.
Oh, that's why the camera's off.
Oh, the camera's always
Robert,
off.
Robert never put his camera on.
No.
Not until he gets to 1 million subscribers.
That's right. Get me to 1 million subscribers, and I will show everybody I'll be out there naked. You know, get me to 1 million subscribers.
I think I'm going to raise a stop Robert from getting to 1 million fund.
Yeah.
Hey, man,
I'm just looking.
Hey, don't be hating, brother. Don't be hating.
Where's the unsubscribe button?
Darren. You don't know. I'm too sexy for YouTube. That's why I don't show myself now.
Oh my God!
You heard 50
too
Shades
sexy
of Grey.
for YouTube.
I got like
too sexy for YouTube.
I got more than 50 Shades of Grey over here now. I'm older than 50.
Yeah, we're not talking. It's not. The book's not about the color of his hair, mate.
Really? I ain't seen it yet. I thought they were talking about maturity or something. I didn't know. How about Mark? If you're still on here, if you're listening on your laptop or whatever, what are you doing? Jumping in the creek. And
I don't think it was voluntary.
a giant groundhog falling down in the creek. Now that was something to see on a live. And the boy did good. He treated that stone like it was his rifle and kept it up out of the water. He did good. There's only two things that a Southern boy will do like that, and that's his beer or that's his gun. Ain't neither one of them going there in the water.
Oh, God, I thought you were going to say your sister.
So I think everybody will throw their sister under the bus. Because, you know, she did it first, right?
What?
There was a comment from Chris Clevercraft that said he acted like it was a beer in a college kid's hand. It's like, oh my God, I'm not it. That was, yeah. I loved it.
Oh, Darren, we're going to rename you Thunderfingers, mate.
I'm not typing at the moment.
No, I know you're not at the moment, but every time you do, I know about it.
Yeah, dodgy word keyboard.
You better ears than I have. Mind you, I've got my volume turned down a fair bit.
But no, I'm going to have to see if I can download this live and snip that part out.
Absolutely.
Snip it out and turn it into a short.
Mm-hmm. Woodcutter takes a ride.
Oh, yeah.
Did I miss anything fun? Did I miss anything?
You did miss Will It Grow having a go at me about certain emails.
Will It Grow having a go at you?
Yeah.
What was that
What would we have to say except for thank you? What would that boy have anything to talk to you about?
What was that about, Geraldine?
He's saying now, he's been sending me emails when he shouldn't be because it's supposed to be voluntary and he's trying to recruit.
Oh, see, I know. He cheats. John cheats all the time.
And there's been certain people in the comments saying that you're the devious one, Robert, not John.
Somebody said what in the comments? That I'm devious?
Someone in the comments was saying that you were devious and sneaky.
Oh, no, not me.
I think it was a Will It Grow team member.
Oh, okay. No, that's John right there. Now, if I'm
And he won't say anything about the Northern Hemisphere volunteers.
No,
Darren. Sorry,
Yes,
we're gonna have to love you. Well, I'm gonna have to love you and leave you. I might leave you with this ugly mug, but
yeah, I'm probably going to call it in about another 5 minutes, guys.
yeah, I've had a big couple of days, so I'm going back to work for a holiday. So so just wanted to thank you again for inviting us into Shedwars21. You've been an awesome captain. I know it's not an easy job, and I don't think anyone would volunteer twice for it. So
I'm looking forward to you leading the team next year.
Me?
Yeah.
I think I'm busy that year. So I think I've got something on. But just thank you for everything that you've done. Thanks for bringing the community together, and thanks for all the support that you've given us as newbies. Just want to say thank you for everything you've done. And for those people still in the comments section, if you haven't joined Shed Wars, consider it for next year.
Absolutely.
Just give it a go. And it's not about the competition; it's about the community. So Yep. But I'm going to love you and leave you.
I'll stay for a while.
Yeah, you can put up with him. The non-better half, is that right? I don't know.
Yeah, the worst half.
The worst half, that's right. Yes. So love you all. Stay safe, and I shall talk to you whenever we're going live at some stage to announce when we're moving. So we'll do that. And Luke, I'm coming for you, buddy. I'm coming for you. So
Well, you let me know when you're moving, Julianne, and when you need a hand.
Yeah, thank you. Love to you all.
See you, Julianne. And City Girl Country Heart is saying that I'm trying to cause trouble.
Oh.
Certainly will, Darren. There's a fridge with your name on it, buddy.
There's a fridge with my name on it?
Yeah.
Is it full of beef?
No, it's I hate moving fridges.
So Sweeney's Park, y'all are going to move.
Yeah, we're giving notice fairly soon. So we'll probably out of here in about 4 to 5 weeks. And hopefully by then, the house will be done enough for us to move into. It's not going to be completely finished, but it will have enough for us to be able to be in there, which we're really looking forward to. So,
okay.
Yeah. We're just waiting.
So the house that you're painting now, that you have been painting, that's where you're moving to.
Correct. Yeah. So we're just waiting for the sparking of the electrician to finish off, and the septic's got to go in, and plumbing and that. But I mean, we've lived in renovations before, so we don't need it completely finished to move in. But there'll be still a bit to do when we get there. But the essentials have to be set up, which we're not far off. So.
Oh yeah, you don't need much. When I bought my place and set up here, I moved up here and I was in my RV with no power or anything like that set up. So you're in good shape.
Yeah.
There's certain requirements they have to have before they can move in.
Oh yeah, driveway.
We've got to get a certificate of occupancy here.
Yeah,
to allow you to live in the house.
They got to have you on the grid. When I bought my property here, I thought that I was removed from all of that because from the beginning I wanted to be completely off grid. And then I found out, nope, you've got to have a septic tank. You've got to have electrical power. You've got to have a mailbox. You got to have a driveway. And I'm like, what? So I didn't do enough research when I bought it, but I still am far enough away from the city in an unincorporated area to where I've got a lot of freedom. There is no HOA around here. So But is that the same place that Darren visited you folks, where you're moving to?
Yes.
Okay. All right. That's cool. Now I'm not confused. That's good.
I don't know.
Is there more snakes there or less snakes?
I think Bomber's frozen.
I think he might have too.
Looks all serious.
Yeah, he kind of froze. See, when you want to kill your live stream, you bring me up and it dies.
All right, folks. There's Bomber. All right, I'll bring you back up for the goodbye, mate.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, folks. Well, I'm going to end it off because it has been going for 3 hours and it is midnight here.
It is.
And I do need to go to work tomorrow. So, again, a big thank you to my team. You guys are such wonderful people. Who would have thought when I sent out crazy emails to channels that I'd never heard of before, you know, that had randomly commented on a gardening thing, that had, you know, I just look for anyone. I search for homestead. I search for farming. I search for gardening. You have any idea how many gardening channels there are on YouTube?
I don't know how you didn't find me.
No, you don't come up on those searches. Homesteading Australia.
Mind you, I hadn't done any videos for a while because we were moving house. So that may have been it. I wasn't active.
So yeah, all these people have backed some wacky guy who sent them a random email. And you know, we have built a group of friends. It's not just a team, it's a group of friends. Yep. And it's been absolutely awesome. And Robert for putting up with my rants on text message and that sort of thing.
Hey, brother, it has been amazing. The job that you have done down there, the job of putting together an awesome team, all of you down there on both teams. I just appreciate you so much. And it is a lot of work. And the captains have an enormous amount of responsibility and work that goes on behind the scenes that people just don't know about. It's been an absolute pleasure. You've done a great job, all of you. And we appreciate you very much.
All right. Did you guys want to have a final say?
I'm really grateful to have been part of Team Down Under. I think it's been a fantastic journey, and you've been a wonderful captain, and I appreciate you.
Thank you.
And I'm glad I saw past that you managed to convince me to not get upset with Will It Grow too much before I started. I nearly didn't join Shed Wars. So yes, I'm glad you de-ruffled my feathers on that one and were patient, and I'm glad that I decided to join because it was a very good decision. Met a lot of new people and made a lot of friends, and I'm very grateful.
And I'll definitely come up and have a visit, though.
Excellent.
Yeah, look, for me, the most important thing is that sense of community, but also your mateship, buddy. That's just getting to know, great people. But Darren, you're a people person, and you connect with people, and you're honest and straightforward, and that's all we do is reflect back what you give. So it's been great to work with you and continue to do so. So
awesome. And just because the competition's over, guys, it doesn't mean we're strangers.
No, exactly right.
Yeah, I think that's probably the important note is stay in touch, And Darren, I don't care what everyone says about you, mate. You're good in my books.
Thanks, mate.
Team Down Under rocks.
Yeah, what's that old saying? It's not true what people say about you. You're actually not a bad bloke.
Yeah.
Hey, you're all part of Shed Wars family now. All of you. We consider you family. I'm going to jump off now.
No worries.
But thank you all so much, been a pleasure, and we look forward to you folks coming back next year. And keep up with what's going on. Don't be a stranger. Some of y'all are going to be involved up here with us in our season, and there may be some other things come along. So don't lose touch with us. We appreciate you all, and goodbye.
All right, mate.
Thank you, Robert.
All right. Well, thank you very much, everyone, for watching, and bye for now.
Catch you
All right. See you guys.